Hey, good evening everyone, and welcome back to our Girl by Moonlight stream. Tonight is our finale episode, so we will wrap up what our characters have been up to. Before we do, I'm going to turn it over to our tabletop traveler, Terry. Terry himself.
Terry. Okay.
Terry now.
Last time on Girl by Moonlight, we started off by immediately disobeying Draco, who was not happy with everything we've been doing over the past 4 sessions. What are you going to do? So, Terry and Theo snuck into his office to try and give us some keycard access back. But while there, we broke into his safe and we thought, he might be embezzling some stuff because we found some papers that weren't really tracking.
Space embezzling.
Yeah, space embezzling to be specific. And Terry had an alarming moment where he found out that Draco, the man he hates, might have been lovers with his dad, maybe, because Draco's password was his dad's name, which was kind of weird. And while that was going on, Jackson and Sally tried to interrogate Jackson's dad, but he doesn't really know anything, so that was kind of useless. After that, though, after we got keycard access back, Terry helped to fix Sally's brain and reconnected her with Tripsickery.
Thank you.
After that, we rallied as a team and we went to the moon in pursuit of Liam Sailrose's body that we thought we would find there because when we found Draco's papers, it said that's where Liam went last. So we returned to the moon and, funny enough, we found out Liam was alive and part bug, metal bug, and could breathe in space. So he took us into a fun little moon base we found, and turns out there's some type of resistance on the moon, which really spooked Theo. And we ended off with Terry's dad being alive. Darren Trav'l is very much not dead. That's all that happened.
We're all fine.
Those are the beats. Back into the fray.
Thank you, Terry.
Okay.
Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, so you guys have just arrived on the moon.
Dad was there.
Get some mood music, some moon music, if you will.
Moon music.
Moons.
Eyes up, Guardian.
Sorry. You have brought your engines into their little hangar that has a couple engines in it, but not very many. Now more, because there's you. You have been talking with Liam. It has been going great. There's been some hostilities on both sides, not pointing any fingers or
Jackson
throwing any
Liam. That was
fists
not
at
a good
anybody.
job.
But
That's true.
seeing that he was not going to be able to competently explain everything himself, he has called in for backup, and he brought 2 people. The first is another sort of buggish person you don't recognize very well, but the second person you, Terry, recognize quite well as none other than your father, Darren Trav'l. He walks out of the elevator and he'll run right over up to you and give you a big
Well, I'm still in Icarus.
clap on the engine.
Terry is going to silently get out of Icarus. He's going to look at his father, and he's going to deck him as hard as he can. He is going to swing with the might of God behind him.
Okay, I'm not even gonna make you roll. I think that should just
It just connects.
Yeah, he skids back a bit.
Yeah, it's
he catches himself, but he literally fully goes back.
I'm so
And
proud.
he
Terry's just fuming. He's like,
blood is coming out of his nose, and he just he kind of smiles a little bit and nods and yeah, that's fair.
Terry's just fuming. You've been on the moon this whole time, not dead?
A lot of the time, yeah.
Oh, a lot of the time? We're just going to take it as the whole time, because I never saw you in all the years I thought you were dead. And frankly, I don't even think you're alive. I don't even think you're my dad, if I'm being honest. We've seen a lot of weird stuff the past couple weeks. You may not even be my dad.
Okay, that's, I suppose, a fair suspicion. I don't really know. I could do. I don't know.
Even if you are my dad, and I have a million things I could say to you, all I'm going to say is this. I really hate you right now, and I am so angry. And frankly, I want to punch you again.
I mean, if you want to. I would understand.
I'm gonna have Terry just decks him in the stomach as hard as he can. He wants to make him double over to the ground.
That one, he's like, and he absolutely is like, he's trying to put on like a brave face and like tough guy, but you have decked him very hard twice now, and he does his best to like not react negatively because he seems to like understand at least a little bit. He's clearly like disappointed and hurt in more ways than one.
I can imagine.
But you get the sense that he gets why you're punching him in the face and also stomach.
I think even though Terry understands that and gets that, he's gonna walk back and get back in Icarus without a word. He's just gonna sit in Icarus. He's like, I'm too angry to function right now. And him and Icarus are just gonna like be posted up basically. Like, don't bother us, you will get hit, and I am now in a giant robot.
He's gonna put his hands at that back and say, I understand. And he takes like a step back and will look at the rest of the group. The other person awkwardly kind of clears their throat, looks around.
Who's this gonna be?
Hi everybody.
Hi.
So nice to meet you all. My name's Richie. It is really great to have you all here.
Richie?
Yeah, Richie.
Oh my gosh.
He keeps glancing awkwardly at Theo, but then continuing to talk. It's nice to have you all here. I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
I have a lot of questions and not a lot of punching at all. I don't want to.
That's
I'm not going to
great.
hit anybody. I just wanted to.
I'll punch someone again.
I would love to not go 3 for 3 on the punching. For me personally.
Theo gets
Theo?
out of Brick Store.
Oh no! No!
I love this episode.
he takes a little step back. It's like, hey Theo, it's nice to meet you for real.
Theo, I know we're all feeling a lot of feelings, but I know that we also want answers, and those answers.
So this whole time,
Yeah, I mean, you don't really talk about work either. To be fair, there's things we can't talk about when we're on the battlefield, as it were.
Theo like winds up for a punch and does just that like threatening thing where you go just like
He's like
and,
a small little man.
He's like got glasses, we guess.
Punch guy with glasses.
better start explaining some stuff right now.
Yeah, I mean, of course. What do you want explained? I'll explain it.
What is this place?
Well, this is our secret moon base on the moon. Well, I guess that's kind of included in the moon base part of it. We're resisting against the forces that be.
Why?
The forces that be being the giant monsters trying to wipe out humanity?
No.
Theo punches.
Yes!
Theo punches Richie like in the gut, but he's never like actually punched someone before, so this is not going to do any
Richie
damage.
hasn't been punched that much, so he's also like, ah!
I think at this point.
Okay. I understand you come from the military and the bugs are bad, and it seems bad.
Yeah.
But where
No
are you
doubt.
getting that from? Where are we all getting that the bugs are bad? Why aren't we at least listening to these people? They're all people that we love and care about, and I don't think that's a coincidence.
I'm willing to hear him out. Look, I'm willing to hear him out. Theo. Terry. Let's put a moratorium on the knuckle dusting for now.
I'm going to follow you, but just remember,
Yeah.
we have had other people we love and care about that are no longer here because of the bugs.
No, yeah, I want to make it perfectly clear. None of you are my mom, right? You're not hiding my mom back there. That's not.
Richie's gonna like look around and like turn to Darren and turn to Liam, and they're all gonna like think about it and then shake their heads.
All right.
No, I don't think there's any more.
Cool.
moms.
So everybody else gets a loved one. Sick. Anyway,
Loved one is a strong term right now, Jackson.
got it. Anyway, so
He's
look,
tiny.
all I'm saying is, right, Sally, I'm willing to hear him out. I'm willing. I think, you guys have been right. Part of my problem is I don't listen enough. So I'm going to change my beat on this. Let's hear him out, right? But if 3 out of 4 of us vote punching, I'm down with punching. But for now, let's chill out a little, hear what they have to say, right? Okay? Is that good for all of us? Okay. So why, so I watched the bugs eat people. Defend that.
Okay. Well, when you put it like that. They all look kind of between each other for a bit, before Liam will kind of shrug and step forward again carefully. He's a good distance from you. Yes, sometimes the bugs eat people, and sometimes people shoot the bugs or kill the bugs. Or do you understand why this whole thing started, right?
From what I understand, we may or may not have stumbled across some things we shouldn't have, and maybe led them back to us.
Well, we brought them back to us. The things that you have, they came from somewhere. They weren't asked.
Okay. And your point?
The point is, the bugs didn't start this war. The Leviathans are just trying to, well, there's more to it.
Okay. You know what? I get a distinct feeling that, except for Sally, your pitch deck isn't really going to work out on us. For now. Right?
You shouldn't have led with my dad being alive.
When it comes to the philosophy of the matter, I don't think we're going to see eye to eye in the current state. So, why don't we go over the other stuff that we have questions about, and then we'll circle back on that one.
Sure. I mean, any questions you have, we can try to answer.
Right. So, Draco is a scum-sucking sludge. Do you mind telling us why exactly he's been scrounging off the top of the military budget, secretly hiding you all here and not telling my father, even though it's his responsibility?
They're gonna... Darren will pipe up at this point. He'll say, well, I understand that Draco has a certain demeanor about him, but you understand he's trying to do what he feels is best for humanity, which has always been what I think all of our goals here has been. And there's certain information that he has access to that has made him believe that this is the correct course of action.
If Draco's worried about the equipment because the equipment is stolen and that could cause further violence, it would make sense that he's having us go get the equipment and worried about the equipment, seemingly more than lives, because of what that could cost.
You
It's
used the word "get the
stolen.
equipment" too many times there. Hold on. Jackson takes a minute. It's stolen, yes, but he took it.
He's getting it back. We stole it in the army has stolen it from the Leviathans.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the turrets.
No.
The engine.
Well, the turrets do belong
It was
to the
definitely stolen
American
from the
government.
military. Yeah, that's stolen from the American military.
But I was mostly talking about the turrets, right?
I was
mean,
talking
you
about
have
the
to
engine.
Understand
We can
also,
circle back to the engines later.
the military, as you want to believe it to be, does not exist anymore. There is the Bastion Corporation, who has interests that surround the Bastion Corporation and its continued existence. Whether that aligns with the remaining human population or not is questionable.
Would these attacks stop if we gave back the equipment? Would the attacks on Earth stop? Would we not have to live in hiding anymore?
Is that a risk we could even consider?
It's not the equipment they're looking for.
What are they looking for?
They're gonna all again like decide who wants to deal with this. And as they do, you hear the little elevator like bing. And
If that's my mom, I swear to God.
Jackson. No. No, sorry, your mom's dead for real. Sorry, there were those fake outs at the other parents. We can't all have cool living parents, Jackson. Out of the elevator storms none other than General Draco, who like looks stressed at first and then looks up at your engines and like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Well,
I immediately go, Terry, don't.
if
Terry,
it
don't.
isn't the man with a stick so far up him, he could be a weather vane.
Okay. What are you guys doing here?
Well, I could ask you the exact same question, General. So,
That you could.
I think, right, let's have the more guilty party answer for themselves first. So why don't you start telling? Why are you here?
All of them are like, and he just like they're behind him, like, he, he stands in his very like, almost like too straight, military, rigid, and he takes a breath. He says, I am trying to secure the future of the human race. Whether or not you decide to accompany us in that, I suppose, remains to be seen. But we can answer questions that you have, I guess, at this point. The cat is out of the bag. Or whatever.
So, just to catch us up to speed, you decided that you, right? I don't even know your first name. Do I care? No, I don't.
I hope it's Dragon.
Dragon Draco? Are you kidding
That'd
me?
be crazy.
Look,
It's the future. We can be anything we want.
Something
Draco.
really boring, like Craig.
just Gary
Craig.
Draco,
Gregory.
Breslin Draco. Just to catch us up to speed, you decided that you got to go on a holier-than-thou crusade, secretly lie to my father, your commanding officer, the entirety of the Bastion Corporation, basically all of the human race, cover up the deaths of multiple engine pilots who had lives outside of just being big bug pilots, right? Destroy their lives, destroy the lives of their loved ones, cover all that up, sneak American weapons off of an American military base onto the moon, create an entire moon base to create an underground resistance just because you thought you knew what was right for us. Just to catch us up to speed, regardless of whether or not that is right. You thought that was the good the good course to take.
I suppose when the other option is continue to throw people into the bug suits and kill them one by one, yes, that did seem like the better option, if I'm being honest.
God, you have this way of talking to you that just makes people angry, huh?
You would know a lot about that.
What's the goal, Jackson? Do we want more people to die? I don't want anything to happen to any of you. If we can fix this without more death, that's what I want to do. I understand we're feeling a lot of feelings right now, but if we can do this, if we can fix this, and that's what they're trying to do.
Let's hear how they're fixing it first before we jump to conclusions. Look, anyone who comes up to me and offers me a deal I know that's too good to be true, I don't take. What exactly is resistance?
What do you mean, what is resistance?
What are you guys gonna just hide out in the moon like it's an egg until all of humanity gets wiped out by the Leviathans, then pray to your new anthropod or overlords? Like, what's the... Catch me up to speed on the plan. Finally, crabs for everyone.
Carcinogenesis.
Well, the plan admittedly has is in need of some revision ever since the our main line of defense got exploded in space, to be honest. But there are things that Bastion Corporation is doing that I don't think you are all aware of.
I'm gonna hate asking this, but we did not have our question answered. If they are not after the engines, what are they after? Because that question seemed to summon Draco, and we haven't gotten that answer since he got here.
Thank you, Terry.
Oh,
They're after the mother.
Oh, there's that word again.
The mother. Again with you people.
My
What
mom
is
was
this
saying
thing?
something about that too.
When the Bastion Corporation took the engines, they didn't just take the eggs, as it were. They took
Oh gosh.
the thing that creates them. And that is what these things are after. I know that's difficult to grasp, but you understand why Bastion Corporation has a vested interest in continuing to fight these things back.
So, in all of this space embezzlement, as it were, and stealing of things and doing all this and that and gaining more and more power, no one thought to just infiltrate the company and steal the thing?
To be honest, you do kind of have how many giant killing machines in here? You are kind of in cahoots with the strongest people on the planet.
They're trying to fight the strongest people on the planet. Bastion Corporation isn't going to let the mother go easily.
They're a bunch of dweebs with weapons.
That's us. You're calling us dweebs with weapons. I mean, it's fair. But still.
At any point, you could have told anyone else and clued us in.
You punched everyone you've met since any of this broke out.
Are you, Sally? Sally, whose side are you on here? Just to catch me up to speed?
Humanities!
No, stop. No
We're
humanity.
walking a dangerous line here. Darren will step forward. There are things we're trying to do to secure the future of humanity, and if we blunder it, we lose our one chance.
Do you know where it is?
We think so. And if
He'll secure everyone's future, but his own son's, apparently.
that's what I've been trying. I'm trying to keep everyone safe, but most of all you.
I suppose that really worked out for you, didn't it? Because I'm currently sitting in a 40-foot bug monster that I've been fighting for my life in.
Well,
And
he
now
will-
it makes sense why Draco wouldn't let me.
he kind of looks over at Draco, who adjusts his collar. He's like, I was trying to make sure that didn't happen to you.
Well, then you shouldn't have raised me the way you did, Dad.
Guess I should have known that telling you can't do something was a surefire way to make
Yeah.
sure it happened. Liam, again, is like, they're kind of trying to decide who's going to be like the least infuriated, who's the least likely to get punched in this moment. Liam nods, he says, when Draco found out about the mother, you know, we've been trying to figure out how to extract her in a way that is as safe as possible, because it, like Darren said, if we mess this up, then this resistance stops, you know. We know there are timelines where the resistance doesn't last, and this goes on for ages.
They're not going to stop coming until they get her back.
No, they're not.
Do you know something about me? Like more than I know?
Oh, I mean, Richie's like, I mean, we know a little. Just based on what we have been able to figure out about these things, about you.
Because what I know is that, yeah, this was a long war, and it took a lot of brave people sacrificing themselves. But humanity came out victorious. I'm proof of that. And what I know made it worse is when certain pilots decided that defending humanity wasn't their goal. And he's just like glaring towards Sally when he finishes that line.
I don't know what you think you know about me, but I want what's best for humanity. I want what's best for all of you.
It can be easy for, I don't know, hundreds, thousands years in the future to look at a war that went on for a long time and say, well, sure, it ended, but we're here. We're in year, 10 of potentially hundreds. And we're talking hundreds, pilots after pilots, bastion, spaceship after spaceship, so that they can continue this war, to continue to take these engines.
So, what's the plan after you get it, right? Hand the mother back, hoverboard and Icarus, they all just fly off into the sunset, never to be seen again? What's the plan here, right? Look at you guys.
That should be their choice to make.
We can't keep doing this to them if it's not what they want. If they want, they'll stay. But if they don't, they should be free to go.
They're 40-foot robots that can basically move on their own. They could have left anytime they wanted, I imagine.
I kind of agree.
I barely can control Icarus half the time.
And Hoverboard just does whatever she wants. She could be part of this resistance, and I'd have no idea. I kind of look up at Hoverboard and I go, are you? Okay, cool.
She does like the normal, like, yes, they could leave, and they're not, because their mother is here, and she's been sending out distress calls through space, through time, and her children have been pulled here to help her. If she's free and she stops putting out those calls, her children will presumably stop coming.
And then what?
It's been so hard learning about them now. Think of what we could learn, or think of what how much we have learned about them. We could progress humanity just a bit slower. This has been a cheat to use someone else, to use living beings as our technology. But we've still learned. Think of how much we could learn if they were actually into what we were doing, or if they were free to choose.
Look, I get the sense. I understand. And I look at Draco. I'm not the greatest negotiator on the planet. But I get the sense we're all a little overwhelmed. Maybe we take a minute, talk amongst ourselves, or, I don't know, have dried space ration lunch. It feels like we're going in circles.
What happens if we don't say yes to you? Whatever you all do, what if we don't join you? Does this turn into a fight? Do we walk out of here?
Do we break out?
I imagine someone leaves in body bags.
Well, we don't kill you, no.
Then what happened to Sam?
Yeah, and suddenly, like, Jackson's, like, getting, like, his bag, and then he, like, puts it back in hoverboard, and he goes, yeah, you did kind of skip that, Liam. Get stabbed, why? You don't just get stabbed. That doesn't happen. Was he cutting a pizza and he fell on the knife? What? Catch me up to speed here.
I don't know why. I'm here because of Sam too, Jackson.
I'm just trying to ask what killed him. What? Just answer my question. What killed your brother?
don't know.
And I, frankly, don't believe that.
Been real cagey about a lot of stuff, Captain.
I'm in agreement with it. And, like, as he kind of says that and he steps forward, like, Hoverboard steps kind of over him to, like, stand behind Jackson, and he goes, I'm gonna put my foot down. Do you guys mind if I put my foot down a little here?
Stomp away.
Either you guys give me a solid answer.
You're not gonna like the answer, Jackson.
Either you give me a
Your
solid...
dad!
What? What do you mean?
Not the answer I was expecting.
Sam was coming here to investigate the same things that we are trying to figure out. He had been sneaking around behind your dad. He had been working with Sally's mom.
Oh, no.
And then he tried to come here to see if he could understand these creatures. And they shot him.
Who shot him? You can't just shoot a man in the middle of outer... Who? From where?
The ship.
You've been on the ship.
The ship was fully functional up until the attacks.
And so, then how did you get here? Did you know he was out there?
Did I know Sam was out there?
Did you know he was out there?
When? Yes, of course I knew. That's why I'm here. I was able to get out here because we were more careful. Draco helped me. Because I wanted to know what happened to Sam.
And you couldn't have told me?
How
couldn't
could I
have said
tell you?
anything?
They've all been ghosts.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
I had to leave my own brother in the atmosphere because your father knew he was there.
And I kind of look at Draco and I go, and you? Did you know? Did you know Sam was trying to find this? And instead of, open the shutter doors? Grab a body? What, did you just stand there and watch?
Your father's known where he is. Your father knew where the body was the whole time. If
one
they
thing-
had moved him, they would have known something was on the moon.
It's one thing to shoot a man, it's another thing to leave him out to bleed. You watched? You watched him sit in that casket so long he fused with his own engine?
This
my
is why
God.
we're here. Because none of this has to happen. I understand it was senseless and it was brutal and it was unfair. That is why we are here.
Would you shut up? He's not a funeral speech. Stop treating it like that. Would you all stop treating humanity as this big amorphous cloud? There's people. There's people with lives. Right? We're up here in this massive spaceship making all these decisions for them, right? There's people living their lives on that ship, right? In that station, dying in this atmosphere. And you're all just sitting around with your higher than thou values. Come on!
What are you talking about?
I wanted somebody to care about him, about us, and none of you did.
What would you want them to do? What would you have
Something,
them do?
anything. Is it wrong to be irrational about this? These
That
are
would-
people's lives. People's lives. I just wish somebody had told me. I just wish somebody had said anything. Is it wrong to feel like I'm a person I deserve a chance to do these things, to help these people? I deserve a chance. I deserved a chance to help Sam. And I don't care if it was Draco giving me a folded note or a mean message and a wink, or if it was my dad telling me to go pick his corpse up off the ground.
Why would they tell you anything,
I just-
Jackson? He's your dad. Why would they tell you anything?
Because
You're what you
I
are.
thought I made it abundantly clear that man does not speak for me, and more importantly, right? Sam was more important to me than he ever was.
But how was Draco to know that?
Doesn't matter. I wish somebody had said something, and I don't care what the mission briefing says or anything. I am upset. And I think I can speak for the rest of us saying we all are too. Maybe not Sally. I don't know what... Sally can talk with you guys after. But point is, I don't know about Terry or Theo, but I'm feeling pretty betrayed right now.
Betrayed? Betrayed's a good word for it. Might not fully capture what I'm feeling, but it's certainly a word.
I'd love to hear about whatever mother you need somebody to go and get, and whatever final mission you want to hear us. But I'm not gonna lie. Emotionally, I'm pretty done. I just need something, man. Is that so wrong? I just want somebody to say the truth to me for once.
Can we have a minute? Guys, let's take a step back. Because you're right, Jackson. We've been given a lot of information, and we've been given a lot all at once. And I'm sorry. Because I let it get to me. And I didn't think that all of this is a lot to hear. And we haven't really been given a lot of time to process it and to feel it. And these are big feelings to feel. This is I don't think any of it's not true.
Listen, Liam, I understand it's a lot and that you are hurt. All of us are doing this because we are hurt. And I'm not asking you to understand that right now. We'll leave you in here. You can stay here with your engines. It's fine. We'll step away and you can talk about it together. He'll just kind of like turn and motion for the other three to come with him.
Terry, I'm so sorry.
Terry's just silent on Icarus. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to hear it.
Out of character question.
Yeah.
Before we left, Theodore had set a timed message to go to Tyler Eiffel.
Yes.
How much time do we have before that gets sent?
That's a great question. I don't know. How long would Terry have set it for? Like a couple hours?
I think probably like 2 hours at the most.
You should have said 24. What is wrong with you?
Well, because we expected to just go pick up the body and come back.
Yeah, it wouldn't
that was the
The
plan.
moon is far away.
Yeah, I would say it's probably been, a little over an hour of your life between the big fighting and the dramatic.
The question
like,
is
30
if Theo is
minutes.
going to share this with the rest of us.
Yeah, boys, you want to just do a quick moon run? I want some snacks. What?
Yeah, so if you set it for like 2 hours, you probably have like 45 minutes left on that thing.
I love that we left a Killman switch behind. Dead man switch behind.
just-
Theo, what do they say about me in the future?
I wasn't sure until recently, but there is a story about the worst part of the war. That a pilot was corrupted and somehow taken over by the Leviathans and fought against humanity. And it was devastating. Cities were lost. The few that were left, it brought humanity nearly to extinction.
I'm sorry that you've had to deal with knowing that or thinking that for this long without telling anyone. Do you really think I'd do that?
No, I think you've proven yourself to me. I don't think you would purposefully do something like that. I worry. I know when I got here, the word people used to describe me was naive. And I worry that's not me anymore. That's you. We just have to do what's right here. And it might not be pretty, but what's right is to protect people, protect ourselves.
Does this feel right?
That's-
If we think that these things that we've been controlling just want back what's theirs, is it right to take it? I don't know what history they teach you, but stolen things, stolen lands, stolen artifacts, stolen cultures, stolen people, that's not right. Just because it looks different than us. I am not against humanity. I think humanity is beautiful. But this part of humanity, I don't want. And I think it's easier to believe that we've been lied to as soldiers into thinking that we're doing something right by taking something that isn't ours.
Look, I don't know who's telling the truth. I know being from the future doesn't mean I know everything. That, the history books could lie. Who knows? But what I do know is what I experienced. And where I come from, there was Leviathans, there was humanity. One of them is still around, and one of them is extinct. And that's the way I like it.
But you're still around. And you've seen your blood. You know you know about us. You know that she called you here too. This is the way to get answers, is to follow this thread.
Captain, I stand ready to follow your orders.
Look, this is very difficult for us all. Now, if I could get a little conspiratorial, I think, Theo, I appreciate your history and what you have to tell us. I don't think it's useful. There's just as likely a chance. I mean, you said he's your descendant. Who knows what that timeline you did? From the way he makes it sound, you were a monster. And I'm not saying that's you now, right?
How would Terpsichore even do any of that?
I don't know. I didn't think scissor hands could really kill a lot of people, but
That's a whole city. Cities.
There's also,
it's hard to cut through with
Right.
scissor hand with like crumb hands.
She's very pretty, but she's not much for fighting.
there's also the fact of, in Theo's time, they said someone was corrupted by the Leviathans, if I heard that correctly. You physically have not been corrupted by them, but Liam certainly has. Last I checked, from the files I've read, Liam did not leave the military, part bug.
You're kind of right. Look, my whole point on how all this ends, regardless, is I think you're right. I think if we have something that's theirs, we need to give them their stuff back. And that's the end of it, right? But I don't mean to sound like a broken record on this. Regardless of what, HB or, Terpsichore choose, like, humanity and these creatures have made contact. There's no undoing that.
No, we can
Right,
still
there's-
make it right.
It doesn't matter about making it right? What happens? The Leviathans go and we go our separate ways and there's kumbaya, peace and love for the next billion years?
It sounds like what we have is their ability to reproduce. What would you do? What would you go through to get that back?
I understand, but if it's really a challenge of survival of the fittest, I gotta put my eggs in my own basket, man. Right? Who knows what can happen after that? This isn't. Look, we've been relying too much on history, right? This isn't humans colonizing other humans, and this isn't people taking other. This isn't humanity, right? These are aliens, literal space creatures
And we've
from outer
stolen
space
from them.
who are biomechanically different from us on a fundamental atomic level. And you're right, we have stolen from them, and they're acting as any creature like that in this situation would. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, how do we know that if we go this route, right? We hand them back their mother, right? Maybe, Hoverboard and whoever else decides to stick around and we sing Kumbaya for the next 100 years. How do we know the next contact is going to go well, right? How we need to stop banking on history telling us what's happening. We have to do this. Right?
Okay, you don't want to bank on history. We've looked at our blood. They're in our blood. You said they're biomechanically different than us. They're in our blood.
You didn't check mine.
I'll check your blood. I don't have my stuff. I would have checked your blood, but I checked all of ours. And they're part of us. Just being in there. That means that they're not biomechanically different than us. That means that there's other ways of them reproducing, perhaps, and I don't know if that's the route I want to go. I'd rather give them what they want back.
We also, at some point, we do need to address the fact that Tripsychorine is your mother.
Yeah,
Gang, let's sit down. Let's start at the base level, and then let's go on from there. Sound good?
I
Great.
don't remember. Are all of your engines in here?
Yeah, I think we came in with
I've
them.
been sitting in Icarus this whole time, just listening over the radio.
I imagine, Hoverboard and
Yeah,
Tripsychorine are
they're
doing,
just-
a this, to cover that.
They're helping with the huddle action. But they're here.
Okay, let's start at the base level here, right? People confuse with engines, right? Your
For
mother,
better or for worse.
for better or might be for worse, your mother is that thing.
Yeah.
And no shade, but that's not exactly a mother, dude.
It's better than nothing.
Are you serious? Okay, we need to have a conversation.
I didn't even mean it that way.
At that point,
Icarus just physically turns,
at that point, Jackson
Air
stops
horn
talking
goes
and
off
he goes,
it's like the Kill Bill alarms.
dude, my mom is dead.
And I thought mine was too.
No, my mom is dead.
I understand.
No, and you're 2 for 2 on these bits. You gotta cut it out. You don't understand. I literally my dad was a single parent. And he was terrible at it. Right? I'm 0 for 2
Doesn't
on
surprise
parents.
me.
Yeah, no. So and from what I heard, she was really she was his better half and stuff. So lovingly, right?
So a lot to
Shut-
unpack in the hangar.
Shut up. Lovingly. Right? In the nicest way I can say. You've been you gotta chill with those bits. Okay. That aside.
Again, I didn't mean it that way.
Got it. Anyway, that aside, so that's your mom, dude. And take it from the guy who knows. That ain't a parent. Right? That's a bug.
Just said he's 0 to on parents.
I don't know if I really I've talked to Hoverboard. I don't think they mess with that either. That's not okay. They've been under our noses this entire time, and they didn't tell you.
Am I allowed to talk now? Or no?
Dude, hey, don't do that. No, that's not the point. You made a mean joke.
I didn't.
No, doesn't matter. The point is, right? I don't know. The point is, what do we want to do here, right? With all of this stuff that's happened. That's your mom, right? We have to pick up there's so much. Just let's go one at a time, maybe. Sally, go ahead.
No, I get intersecutory.
Okay.
And there's a lot going on. And I don't know what to do.
I don't know either.
Do you know anything about these men that are here on the moon? Did you work with any of them?
Movement?
I mean, I know Draco. I didn't
You
know.
knew Draco?
I'm sure he used to work on the spaceship when I did.
Did he know about your experiments?
I mean, when I tried to tell the fleet admiral, he was there too. What I knew. I didn't really, think he had any sort of... I didn't think he had it in him, I guess, for lack of a better word.
And now we're all in it.
What do your friends think will happen?
Oh, they think I'm going to betray them all and destroy humanity.
Sure.
Like to imagine
I'm
comms
really-
are still open, so we just hear Sally say that.
Not all. I'm not. I mean, how do you prove you're not going to destroy humanity?
Big picture, what do they think is going to happen to... I know they're not the biggest fan of me, to
No.
Brickstorm, to Hoverboard, to Icarus. What do they think will happen to them when they eradicate the Leviathans? Or do they just think that won't be their problem by then?
I don't
I
know.
understand we aren't human, but we're your teammates too. And I know you understand that, Sally.
I know, but it doesn't seem like enough.
I don't know.
I think Terry's gonna speak up at this point, and he's gonna get out of Icarus to say this so like everyone can see him. I don't have a lot of it to give right now, but maybe we go on a little faith. Maybe that's just what we have to do. We want to protect humanity, right? And we're being told finding this mother thing and sending it off will save humanity for the better. And you're right, Jackson, that they might come and attack us again. But with what little I know about history, sometimes you just gotta do things on a little faith and take a chance. And I know that it means I'm gonna do what my father wants in this moment, which I would like not to do. But maybe that's the move. Having a little faith.
Do you want to shoot him? That's what I'm feeling with my dad here.
I don't know if I'm at the point where I want to shoot my dad just yet.
Your
'cause
weapon's free on that, by the way. if you wanna-
Oh, trust me, I was aware the first
Brought
thing I
the
did when I
problem solver.
If only we had brought the problem solver, Terry.
Trust me, my holster was not closed when I stepped out of Icarus that first time. But sometimes you just gotta have a little faith, I guess. Even in the people you don't want to have it in.
All right, Theo. What do you think? Captain's orders. Penny for your thoughts.
Can the other people on this station hear us, or do I think they can hear us?
You don't know, but it's a reasonable suspicion. You're in a hangar. You don't see any cameras,
the whole
but...
conversation is really echoing throughout the whole this
It's
giant
just, they're
vacuum.
upstairs, trying
You
to...
could shoot him!
Terry's dad is making a ham sandwich, and he just hears "I'm gonna kill my dad."
I'm Terry Trav'l, and I'm gonna put my father in the grave!
Yeah, that's his famous catchphrase. They always play on TV.
One batch, two batch, father in the grave.
When they're advertising, your sports equipment, they're like,
Oh, Theo.
I don't remember. Was your little kill switch? Was that? Okay.
I
Is
think
that inside of Brickstorm?
I don't think I brought it. I think it was just on my terminal on the ship.
yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure we set it up that we have to come back.
a timed message. Because the idea was we didn't know if we were gonna die here.
Yeah.
It was in the event of if we die, these are our final words. We messed up.
Oopsie.
Time runs out, and it's just Theo with the ukulele.
We're going to the moon. It's gonna be a great time.
All right.
Uh,
I think we have our little surprise planned back at the ship. If we want to commit to actions against these people, we just have to do nothing. If we want to keep our options open, they need to let us out of here.
I agree. But here's the problem. If we do nothing, I'm pretty sure the second I get out of this engine, Sally is going to crush me like a grape.
You're just sitting deathly still in the corner.
As a
You hear like inside muffled Sally like, like
Just a loud creak as Tripsickery turns around.
here's Sally like ranting to her mom inside.
No.
and then he's
Well then, the way I see it, going back to our ship opens up a lot of options for us, and every single person here has motivation for that to happen, so I don't see any reason why it shouldn't.
And if we decide that we don't like the people here, like my father, just saying, we will be on a ship that could probably nuke them from orbit.
I agree. You know what? I'll say this for now. I think you're right. You need to have faith.
Did I just hear the cap say that I was right? Did anyone get that on camera? I just imagine Icarus is like, yes. Just nodding.
Icarus has like the flash on.
Yeah.
Sally.
little mechanical eye.
Sally. I think you're right. We need to keep our options open. And if this whole time we have been lied to, more than these guys have lied to us, right? Then you know what? I'm in the mood for some truth. And I think putting a gun in the face of my dad will solve that. And I feel like
You know what
now,
I'm going to say
I
back
know,
here? Weapons free.
and now I know punching people in the face wasn't the nicest thing. Stand by that they deserved it. But I don't imagine you are opposed to that.
I'm not opposed to talking to your father. I don't know if he knows how far this goes. I don't know how much he's involved.
Well,
I worry that he's just a middle guy.
if
That's
he's
what
a
the gun is
middle
for.
guy, then you know what? He's a middle guy who shot my boyfriend.
There you go.
So,
Reason enough for me.
I say we keep our options open. Let's go kill that dead man switch, right? Then let's think about killing them. And as like the huddle breaks, is Draco like still watching us anywhere?
I mean, there might be cameras. He's not just like in here chilling.
I
Can
like
we see the cameras? If there are
I
any?
could look around, I guess.
I get in hoverboard and I like point up at a camera and I go, and if I find out you could have stopped his death, I'm gonna come back here and pop you like a zit. And then I get in hoverboard and I go, all right, we done?
Let's go.
Now we just got to get out of here.
All right. And then I go like in hoverboard. I go like, okay, can we? Is there like an elevator button or is there like a? Is this like a clapper? Like.
Okay, so you all climb into your engines. You start yelling about wanting to leave.
Clap on. The clapper.
Liam and Draco will come back down. Your favorite
I'm so
people.
sorry.
So what's the plan?
What?
This is
We're leaving.
If we don't make it back to our ship in the next, say, 30 minutes, all the information we have on this base is being sent directly to the Fleet Admiral.
We didn't know what was going on. We thought it was the best option, and we need to take care of it.
Just in case we didn't make it back.
So maybe you ought to run to the elevator button.
I mean, yeah.
Why do you look so disappointed, Liam?
I was hoping we would have more time to go extract the mother, but it looks like it's kind of becoming a today thing, based on the fact that, you're going back to the base, and I don't know what you're telling your dad.
That we couldn't find your body.
And
Because
that,
that's why we came out here.
and that it's a waste of time. And also, hello, this is my 9mm. The usual.
Look, we don't know what's going on here, and we're not going to reveal anything until we figure it out. This is just to keep our options open. There's still a path
Well,
for us to
it's-
work together.
It's nice that you have your options open. And we love that for you. That's nice that you're in that position. We lost the big bug that keeps us safe. Your dad presumably now knows that there was a big bug on the moon and is going to investigate it. Draco is MIA right now because he came here to investigate that his office had gotten broken into. So yeah,
Whoops.
we're really we're running on low time here.
Maybe you should have gotten a bigger bug.
Or, and this is just a thought, if someone comes to check out what's wrong, you don't leave your turrets out in the open because we didn't see there was a moon base here. The only thing we saw were turrets. We didn't know there was anything under the ground until you opened up a big disc in the ground and came to see us.
By the way, those turrets sucked.
So you get rid of the turrets, no one sees you. That's a risk you're gonna have to take. We're taking a risk too. And like I told the rest of us, gotta have a little faith.
Fine. Give us the stupid plans to find this thing.
Give you the plans?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna do that.
No.
We haven't given them any reason to trust us, but
We haven't.
We're trusting them and they've lied to us constantly.
And more importantly, they have no reason to trust us, but they have no other option. So,
That
it's
too.
either this, or you all can sit here and rot for the next 30 minutes and hope that your plan doesn't go combust.
What if you gave us a rendezvous point and a time? That way we could meet you there, and that's all we know. In case this goes south for us and we get to the Bastion.
Liam will be very quiet, and then Draco will take another deep breath. He's very red in the face, as he often is. He says, New Manhattan, 12 hours.
Like in the city?
In the city.
We're giant mechanical beasts. Are you in the city?
In the city.
Not in the water or fields outside? All right, you know what? Far be it from me to question you, which I do all the time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Don't thank him.
They'll both turn, and Liam will activate the little for you guys.
I thought Darren's just nowhere right now.
Yeah, he's nursing his gut wounds.
He's upstairs thinking about how you said you're going to shoot him.
Yeah, right.
Ruined my ham sandwich.
I'm sorry, you punched him twice, and then you had to go get milk. So,
No,
gonna be a lot.
I had dialogue playing.
So we head back.
Well, you'll see him in 12 hours in New
That's
Manhattan.
true.
I kind of look at Sally and I go, this has been a taxing day.
My father is alive.
Yeah. And you punched him immediately.
Better than when I was originally going to shoot him.
Yeah, I don't get you guys.
It's just, I mean, like, it's the lying. It's really that. Like, to be honest, if they had clued me in on this plan, I think I would be down with it.
If they had clued you in on this plan,
No,
you would have
and
been
I
a
know.
weak link to this plan.
I
And
know,
you're the
but-
most
but-
precious people to them.
Hold on. I know. But it's the whole, like, lying and deceiving and covering things up. Like, I get to be
Yeah.
mad about that. Like, that's kind of like, you know, like, you get mad when I, like, Terry gets mad when I eat his cookies out the fridge and then I don't tell him. Like, by the way, that's been me for the past 3 weeks.
I'm like almost as furious as when I saw my dad.
What can I say? I'm a sucker for white chocolate macadamia nut.
Okay, so if you'd like, because I know you still probably have conversations you want to have, but you do have to handle the thing where you
Yeah.
did put a secret message. Admittedly, didn't know that was on the spaceship when I was planning the session. So you kind of have a choice here. You have your normal 2 downtime actions. You can do them all on the spaceship, all in New Manhattan. We can do 1 and 1.
Well, do you want to stay here and like talk to your dad, or do?
No, I apparently see him in New Manhattan,
All right,
according to our
you can have
DM.
that, you can have that
So.
downtime there, I
Maybe
guess.
because I feel like
Yeah, I'm showing my hand a little here, but again, I didn't know the big red button was on the spaceship.
we're busting into a government, like a government facility. I get the feeling there will be combat.
That's
Maybe we do a downtime action and then
Oh
and
yeah.
then meet rendezvous.
Anything to
So
up our readiness.
instead of 2.
Very
And,
out of
like,
character.
maybe we up some links.
Yeah.
Get some more dice.
I'm saying, like, the way I think this is going to pan out, you can do some on the ship, then go to the rendezvous point and do the rest if
Sure.
you want. Does that sound agreeable?
I can take an additional action during downtime, so don't worry. That we're gonna be so ready, guys.
You can do that wherever you want, I
Exactly.
guess.
I'm gonna do it all over the place.
So we're going to do the Girl by Moonlight thing and kind of cut around. We assume you make it back to the spaceship.
We're all just like
you're
running.
here. You're there on the spaceship.
Taco Tuesday. Get out of my way.
It's not even Tuesday. It's like, what, like Friday?
It's Friday. Falafel Friday.
Yeah, Falafel Friday!
Like Theo
Oh,
rushes.
you know it's not good falafel.
No, it's not. It's space full.
Jackson hates
So
them.
dry, and it doesn't taste like much somehow.
I
The
imagine,
sauce is helping not enough.
I imagine everybody hates that it has to rhyme. They're like, man, I just want like.
You mean alliteration?
I just want a burrito, but burrito doesn't rhyme with Wednesday, so
You mean
I get
alliteration?
It doesn't alliterate.
What do you have on Wednesday?
Okay, so you guys are back on the spaceship.
Waffle
You
Wednesday.
have gone and turned
Yeah.
off your big button.
Yeah, I think Theo like rushes to his like terminal, turn off the email. We see like the shot of the like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 59. We pan out. There's like still another like 10 minutes left.
But and then I imagine he runs over and is like,
Perfection.
just in time.
Yeah, turns that off. So man, I should really forward this to like my comm so I could do this remotely. That would have been super useful.
Feels like a phone thing. You need a phone, Theo?
Your phone?
No way.
Oh boy.
No.
Couldn't have just
I got
asked
the
someone on
communicators in the
spaceship and turned
future.
it off.
What are they in their heads? There's no way.
Google Glass comes back.
Oh my god. The worst reality. Alright guys, we can't. Theo's timeline cannot come to pass.
Sorry, Theo. It's Google Glass.
All right, who would like to kick off downtime on the space station? Because we're here now.
Yeah, we're here.
Theo's first memory coming
And
to
apparently
pass
we
is
have to
somebody
shoot
going
someone's
in
dad.
for
I don't
Google
know.
Glass.
Let's see.
Oh god.
We're having fun this session.
Today's a fun session,
have
despite the material being so dark.
Oh, yes.
All right.
The future of humanity.
Who needs that?
I guess I'm gonna make preparations, but in preparations that are not, not gonna help the Bastion attack us if the Bastion needs to. Bastion attack.
We have the best area. We get glassed from orbit.
Well, readiness is its own track. That's just you guys.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just
It just pops up objective survive.
All right. So, what are you doing to make preparations?
Welcome to
Let's see. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm running the Bastion for the next attack. I'd be. This is the same as like no, this isn't upgrading because that's long-term project.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're just you're adding to the readiness track, which I will say you probably really want to do today.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Just, just putting that
why
out
I'm
there.
working on it. I think I'm gonna get all my stuff put away. Like all of my, I'm kind of preparing to not necessarily come back. I don't know. I'm packing up, but nothing too suspicious. But at the same time, little suspicious of like maybe if I
All your
can.
goo.
All of my goo is getting put away. All my science stuff I'm cleaning up, like my areas in the hangar, general readiness, and readying myself. A lot of deep breathing. Okay, we're gonna get some answers. We're gonna get some answers that I've really wanted, that my mom really wanted.
Deciding which graduated cylinder. To
Exactly.
put
You come with me.
Is anybody like coming by and seeing you like stuffing your whole life into
I
a
was gonna
suit?
say, I think at some point, let's see, which
Let's see who's.
Oh
who's-
no!
Like,
No,
is it
DM's rolling dice.
Like a child running away from home. Is anybody gonna comment on this?
I am putting it in a little bindle.
I was gonna say, you have like a little
Off on the road.
On the road again.
Yeah.
Captain Zhao will walk in and see you putting all these little
Captain Chow, I am so sorry that I've been leaving bits of myself everywhere. I've been in the hangar. I've been in my. Oh my goodness! I've been all over the place lately. So I really want
leaving
to.
a lot of goo everywhere.
I know, and I really need to work on that. So
It's like she's a slug moving around.
trying to get myself together. If it doesn't spark joy, I've been throwing it out. If it sparks joy, I've been putting it in my little bindle.
Stand to clean up around here a little bit. All right.
Yeah, spring cleaning for whatever season this is.
I'm glad your little suspension really helped you.
Yeah.
Recontextualize your living space, Sally.
When you get stuck in a place for a while and you see it, and you're like, oh god, I live like this, then you start cleaning up.
You can make your preparations roll.
Let's see, I don't know what you want me to roll for that.
I don't know, what do you feel like? Are you analyzing?
Is Is it too much to ask for forgiveness? I could analyze what I need to take.
If you can explain to me how you're asking for forgiveness right now, I'll accept it.
You're right. No. I'm analyzing what I can and cannot take and how to.
Crying.
I just start crying, and I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
Okay,
You no.
Well, we're at
You're
least
so beautiful.
tier 1 of readiness is full.
Hooray!
So there's that.
I tried my best. Don't worry, I have like another action.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna do my thing last since I think it's gonna be a bit of a moment.
I'm gonna have. Can I do a getting ready too? Like I'm going to my room as well and like packing stuff up.
You sure
Can
you're
I do
also
that
making
too?
preparations?
Can I also have a character moment there?
Yeah,
Yes.
what are you packing in your little
I
bindle?
think in my little bindle. Terry, to get ready, he's not really packing anything up. When he was, you know, he's used to moving around a lot because he didn't have his dad when he was younger. So you know, he did his own thing. So what he's doing is he's getting his revolver ready because of course he has a revolver.
Okay.
So he's getting his revolver ready. Maybe to shoot his dad.
Maybe to shoot his dad.
Maybe not. I don't know if anyone walks by and sees him just loading bullets into his revolver.
Well, you're
but-
in your room, right?
Okay, yeah. And then he's gonna take a look around his room and he's just gonna kind of take stock on what's there and grab a trinket here and there that like maybe someone on the team gave him. But before he leaves his room, he's gonna reach over to the picture of him and his dad and he's gonna slam it down on the desk so the glass breaks. He's just gonna wham.
He's like shadow box a little, and
No, he's just
No,
just
yeah.
on the way out.
that's right. Okay.
And that's how he's getting ready.
You can roll to make preparations. I don't think you're rolling forgiveness right now.
No, I'm rolling to 5. 3.
There
Okay.
you go.
So we get 2 more segments in readiness.
I wanted to use the readiness to have a little character moment for Terry. He's an angry little boy now.
Yeah.
Punish Terry.
All right.
Stop just saying Terry.
It's
He's in
gonna
his
make it
punished
happen,
era,
but-
dude.
When you speak it, it manifests into reality.
Theo, what's your downtime on the ship?
Theo's gonna try and make a connection.
Okay.
He's gonna look for Jackson.
Jackson, who's like loading a gun in the hangar.
Jackson is currently he has like one of his very big cartons of cigarettes on like a table in the hangar.
Where did he get them? They took them all away.
No.
Didn't get the emergency one. He's in the vent above his bed.
That's why it smells so bad when the AC's on in his room.
And he has this big kind of carton and he's just like opening it, takes out a pack, he just puts it in his pocket, then he takes out another pack, opens it, and he takes one out and he goes, "Hey Theo,
Hi, Captain.
you shouldn't do this. This is bad. Is that what this is? These are bad for you. I don't know if they ban these in the future. They should."
I'm not sure what those are.
What? They did. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, they're
some
just, they
goodness.
went fully on vaping.
No! God. And they're the ones with the little screens on them.
Oh, you can play Doom on those, I've heard.
Yeah, like it's a whole phone.
Yeah.
Everyone's phone has a
They don't have
So you're
phones anymore.
finally
They just
awake.
carry vapes around. And that's why he doesn't know
This
what
is the bad future.
This is the bad future.
I just
So,
Keep smoking, remember?
I know we had some time before we're going out, and we don't really know what we're facing out there. I was wondering, would you help me just get some practice in the firing range before we go out? I haven't really trained with my sidearm, and we don't know what's going to be happening with our engines, and
Yeah, I got you. Sure. I can walk you. Do you have it?
yeah, it's right here.
Can I see it?
Yep.
Has the safety been off this whole time?
I just imagine he hands it to him with the barrel pointed towards him.
Pointing at
And
him.
he goes. Has this little switch been off this whole time?
I wasn't really sure what that did, and so I didn't want to touch it.
Okay. you just hear silently. You just hear click. Okay. Let's go. Come on.
Oh my god.
another training montage.
Like at one point, like Theo's like doing a good job, and then Theo turns to him and goes,
How am I doing?
I got it. Okay. Do you want to roll for your making a connection with Jackson?
Yeah.
Jackson, do you appreciate this connection?
Sure thing, pal.
If there's anything else you guys want to talk about, you can. Just.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing this.
Theo, we need to talk.
Oh no.
Okay.
So the whole captain my captain thing. I understand. I'm not the best leader. Like
I'm sorry if I made you feel that way.
No. The point is, what I appreciate the most about Terry and Sally is they think for themselves. Like, not that you don't. It's that, Sally's always giving me lip no matter what I do, right? Terry's always got some stupid comment. I don't want you to follow me blindly, Dorothy. I want you to follow me because you choose to, and give me your opinion. Don't think I want just a soldier ant. I want you to know I do value you for you.
I appreciate that.
Of course, and don't go doing any suicidal death charges or anything ever.
Okay. Yeah. I know I haven't always appreciated your leadership, but I mean I don't think any of us expected to be here,
No.
and I think you're doing a really good job. I'd like to roll with conceal.
What are you concealing, Theo?
I might actually throw up from the whiplash of that.
Oh my god.
My dice is what gave you the best outcome. They look me in the eyes when you do something like this, huh? You
You
treacherous.
gained 3 links with Jackson.
What are you lying about, bud?
Oh my god.
You're a great leader. Oh, this guy is
Look, whatever happens down there today, I've got your back.
And then there's more dialogue.
Is that also a lie?
Theo's gonna see Jackson crawling on the ground like help me. He's gonna be like, no. No.
Yeah, that's my downtime.
Alright.
Dude, is he gonna kill me? What is this?
That's why
I am-
he needed the firearm.
I am uncomfortable with the energy that we've created in the studio today.
Alright,
I need you to
Jackson.
stop that.
It's your turn, David.
Great. So Jackson, while he's in the hangar, is going to, I guess we can call this make preparations, right?
Yeah.
Bonding with an engine if you're feeling really loose about the rules of
I
how we
think
interpret
make
that.
preparations for any conversations you want to have that won't gain links is perfectly fine.
He's going to do it, but he wants Hoverboard to help him.
Oh boy.
So
Oh no.
that's why I'm saying bond with an engine, because I feel like...
Okay.
So Jackson goes to the door of once everybody's out of the hangar, he locks the hangar door. Then he turns off all the lights. And then he has Hoverboard kind of wait off in a corner or something. And then he goes, "Hey Dad, I need you to sign off on something.
Well, you could bring it up here, can't you?
Hey Dad, I need you to sign off on something. I'm currently knee-deep in alien goo.
Well, you can ungoo and you can probably
come down here."
What do I have to sign off on that involves you being in goo when you're supposed to be suspended?
And then I take a cup of water and I just dunk the radio in it and go, "That can't hear you."
Okay. So you wait with you and Hoverboard in the locked hangar. And your dad comes down eventually. It takes him a while. An annoying amount of time even. He can get through whatever lock you put up, so he just looks around, he turns on the light.
Jackson goes like, "Hey Dad," and he just lights his cigarette in before he hits the light, so he can just see the.
You shouldn't be smoking in the hangar.
Let's have a conversation.
Well, if you put out the cigarette.
And he kind of stands up and he goes, "What happened to Sam Sailrose?
He went on a solo mission.
What
and was-
happened to Sam Sailrose?" And when that happens, I kind of take the folded engine corpse backpack we have, and I slide it out from under my desk and I kick it towards him.
He will lean down and pick it up. It seems like you have seen what happened to Sam Sailrose.
No, I didn't. See, that's a corpse. Things happened before they become corpses. I don't know if you knew that. One last time, and I like look at him really, and I go, one more chance to be a parent outside of whatever stupid government you want to bring on me, right? Whatever bureaucracy you're going to tell me, military, whatever. You have one last time not to be my commanding officer, but to be my dad. And tell me what happened to the backpack, who is my boyfriend, in front of you, right now. One last chance. Make a good choice. And when he says that, Hoverboard's eyes light up and like stand behind him like this.
If I was acting as your fleet admiral, Jackson, I would have told you what happened. I am trying to protect you from these things that you are not emotionally ready to deal
And
with.
there's your mistake. And when that happens, Hoverboard picks him up. And she like slowly holds him and he goes, "I know what happened to Sam. Tell me what you did."
How do you think this is going to play out, Jackson?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't think you get that, right? I don't think that clicks, right? In that tiny, empty brain of yours that's been so diluted with whatever Bastion has been putting in there that you can't for 5 seconds read a situation. I'll lay it out on the line flat for you. You have been a terrible father, right? And I think we've made that apparent. I cared more about him than I ever did about you. So, you got 5 seconds to just admit what you did and say it out loud with your chest like a man instead of cowering behind government bureaucracy. You've got 5 seconds, right? To be the father I should have had. And then we'll see how this plays out. I don't care about going to prison. I don't. You don't mean that to me. He did.
This isn't just about you going to
Oh my-
prison, Jackson. Do you want me to say it? Yes, I gave the order to shoot Sam Sailrose because there are things going on here that are bigger than you understand. And if we acted on the things that we wanted to happen all the time, we wouldn't be here. We have to make difficult decisions. And I made a difficult decision that day. And maybe I could have told you if this was not your reaction to things.
And with that, Hoverboard drops him, I think. And Jackson goes, "I've had a long day where I've found out a lot of people have been lying to me. I'll say it pretty openly. If anyone in this whole messy whirlpool, even you, had said the truth, then I don't think I would have reacted like this. Everybody's basing what I think, how I act, on a reality they've fed to me instead of the truth. So why don't, before you check with your officers if it's okay for us to have a lunch, right? Or whatever you do, you check with, I don't know, a parenting guide. Because you've been pretty bad at it." And with that, Jackson goes over to him and takes his hat off, lights it with a lighter, and goes, "Get out of my hangar, Baldy." And drops the cigarette on him.
just like flicks it at him, and then like puts headphones on and just goes back to working on nothing.
I will take that as your resignation, General.
You say something?
He will throw his burnt up hat on the ground, and he will leave the hangar.
All right. The second he leaves, I take the headphones off and I look at hoverboard and I go, "That looks so cool."
We didn't have to use a gun for this
I
interrogation.
imagine the second he turns around and closes the door, hoverboard goes from doing this to going.
Yeah, I would say you guys should probably leave soon.
Yeah.
Would you
Very
Would you
soon.
call that bonding or making preparations?
Bond with hoverboard about
Yay!
that. Sure.
Jackson comes over the comms like, "Yeah, guys, we should leave like right now. I mean, right now."
All right. Is this a one die or is this? Yeah. Or no? It's. Would you call this defiance?
It's very defiant, yeah.
All right. So 2 die.
I would call that defiant.
That's a 1 and a 3.
Yeah, you gain 2 seconds of hoverboard. I think that, it was more about being mean to your dad than bonding at a point there.
I feel like that was really satisfying. That was great. I loved that.
Great. Yeah, I think there is sort of a hurry as you guys need to leave, as in fact they are sending people to come collect you. In the interest again of time and sort of like quick scenes, this is sort of a quick scene of you guys hurrying down, getting in your engine, sort of like just as they're trying to like turn off permissions and
Yeah.
send people after you and close the big hangar door. Maybe not the best option to make it out of a big membrane that you guys are specially trained to come in and out of. But hey,
Jackson has like stabbed the chair that Zhao has been sitting in like 80 times, and he leaves a little note on the side that says "Merry Christmas, Jackson Eiffel." As he leaves.
cool.
Petty.
Such a baby.
Yeah, we're all stunted. All our characters are stunted.
You know what? It's amazing.
Yeah. So you guys hurry out of the space station and head down to New Manhattan, where you guys don't spend a lot of time anymore, unless you're, doing a cool fight outside of it for the fans. Are you gonna go in full Leviathan? Are they gonna be a little backpack?
We should backpack.
It's a city, so we should probably.
Can we like land nearby and backpack and
Yeah, so you
walk in?
land outside. There's probably like specific entry points that you can go into. You'll have your little New Manhattan citizen cards that you dust off for such an occasion. It's the closest you've been to like the rest of humanity in a while. You don't come in here that much. There are little flying mopeds going past you. There are billboards showing things. There's a billboard of Terry in his, tracksuit. Like,
Terry definitely, when they're walking, hits the pose of it just to like try and lighten the mood
Looking good up there.
or help himself feel better.
there's these big skyscrapers that hit sort of the top of this big polyurethane dome thing that you're inside. There's little like robots going to and from. Like, it's a sort of moment of connection that you have with this world that you've been talking a lot about lately but haven't spent a lot of time in. Air is not great here. Most people are wearing their little envirotech things because they're in a big dome full of greenhouse
Smog.
gases.
Jackson is still smoking.
Sir, you can't do that in here.
Oh no. Wouldn't want to ruin the smog.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think anyone cares. It just smells like very concentrated New York City in here. You have a little location that was given to you on, your cellular devices or whatever it is that you have, your little
No,
pad.
yeah, all right, guys.
The second I see that, Jackson like takes it and throws it onto the ground.
Bastion
Stop
Maps
it.
is saying we should go this way.
Wow.
It's a pretty small-ish city. You know, it doesn't take that long to walk. You're headed to the old sort of like, it's almost like a little memorial park where there used to be one of the main subway stations. They don't really use the subways anymore, just because, you know, we got floating cars now, and it's a pretty small city anyway, and they're not as structurally integral as they once were. So you're going to this sort of like park slash like historical site, like, oh, there used to be a subway here. Oh, cool.
So this is a pretty public place we're going to.
Kind of, no, it's probably not like a ton of people
Gotcha.
around. You head over, and you see, yeah, they don't really have like, this is not like a big secret base they had. They're kind of working with what they got. There's like one of those little park pavilions, and they're all just kind of sitting there.
Like at a camp?
Yeah, exactly.
Jackson walks up and goes, "This is kind of pathetic."
Weird.
I know Darren's drinking bug juice.
Yeah, they got like a big picture of bug juice. It's
Oh, do you
the
guys have those hug fruit barrels, you know?
Some Danimals.
Darren, Liam, Richie, Draco are sitting. You say it's kind of pathetic. Liam shrugs. This is not a high budget operation we're running here. I don't know what to tell you.
Y'all got a moon base.
Y'all got a moon base and all you could afford was to rent a wedding pavilion.
We're not even renting it, Jackson.
You're
You're
just
just
squatting.
sitting in it?
Yeah.
What if somebody has like a wedding today?
Well, I guess we'll find a different pavilion.
Do you know how pathetic it's gonna look if a bunch of high-ranking military officers have to move their coup because somebody needs to use a space?
We'll make sure to put this one in the history books. Don't worry.
A bus of fourth graders.
We're like celebrities. People are looking at us. And you picked a public pavilion in the center of a populated city.
Well, again, you know, things kind of, the plan kind of shifted a little. We thought we had a little more time, then our bug got destroyed, and,
I
you know,
think it's 'cause
people's
they're afraid
dads
we're
might
gonna
have been a
punch
little
them.
more clued in of weird things happening on the moon.
It is.
It is very much because they're afraid we are going to punch and or potentially maim some of them.
Have any of you not gotten a punch and are feeling left out?
No one's punched Draco yet.
Theo, I think Draco looks pretty hungry, and I've heard he makes the best knuckle sandwich you've ever tasted.
Was that a joke
I
from?
think it was.
Jackson?
That's strange.
It's a weird day today.
Oh, it truly is.
Right,
As I
would you
glare at
guys-
my dad when I say it truly is.
Would like to take some downtime with your
Yes.
friends here at the
Yeah.
park?
I don't even.
What is Terry's dad gonna be like? Hey son, let's play catch.
Just like the old times. No.
Well, I had wanted
Throw
to
the old
bond with
pigs.
Terry.
Listen, they only had the one moon base.
Can't even afford a baseball. What?
No. Clump a stick. Park.
Oh my
I guess we gotta throw this pine cone.
You ever played pine ball before? Yeah, I'm gonna bond with Terry so that he doesn't punch with his dad as they're bonding. Well, I mean, he could take his bonding as all what he wants to, but I was gonna take the time to bond with Terry. See how just do a little check-in. You know?
Terry's angrily drinking the bug juice they have.
Ooh, bug juice.
Yeah.
Kind of nice to be down planet, huh?
It smells awful here.
Does. Are you using any of the filters on your air thing?
I should be, but I frankly don't care at the moment.
I know it's hard to care when you're upset. Do you want to talk about it?
This is going to sound like a big word for me, but that was rather condescending. That is a big word. I do know.
Yeah. Do you want to go see if they have anything harder than bug juice?
Yeah.
Let's go. It's like, I assume 12 a.m., right? Like 12 p.m., like it's lunchtime?
Yeah, it's like
There's
lunchtime.
gotta be like mimosas or something down the road we can just...
I am down for the heaviest drink we can find.
Absolutely, let's
and
go.
knowing you,
A public
that is
park.
probably a dirty Shirley.
Yes. Absolutely, let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go. And we go and try to find some like
Go
breakfast.
ahead and roll.
Don't you ever talk smack about the dirty
No, I
Shirley
love
ever
dirty
again.
Shirleys, but it's not that hard of a drink.
6!
Let's
This
go.
is where I get
Yeah,
it.
you gain 4 links
I
with
wanna-
Harry
I
as you
wanna-
guys go have a New York hot dog or whatever.
I want to make that clear. I enjoy dirty chilies. They just are not. They don't make me enjoy them.
All right. Fine, that's one hot dog cart.
Yeah, the one hot dog cart in all of New Manhattan.
Oh God,
What
this
has
is a terrible
happened?
future.
There's no hot
Humanity
dog.
worth saving anymore?
There's no hot dogs.
It's not. Never mind, guys. Never mind. Let the bugs take this future.
All right, who is next?
Theo's gonna try and get Richie alone and see if he can see if he can get some information out of him.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna be trying to do. I think like trying to make preparations this way.
Sure.
Um,
He is also drinking like a little fruit punch.
so you're part of a big space resistance against Bastion.
Well, again, it's not like huge.
You have a
Like
moon
over-
base.
We have the moon base. It's like 2 rooms. It's
We only
pretty
saw
cool.
one of them. I assumed there was more. So this plan we've got, we're getting the mother, which presumably is somewhere around here, and we just give it back?
That's kind of the hope, yeah.
What do we even know about this thing? Is it still like producing new engines? If that's its purpose, right?
I mean, it might be. I think that's why they have it, in the hopes that it will. I don't know if she currently is. I don't really know how she works, besides the whole scream through time, pull her children through the fabrics of reality to help her.
How did you get involved with this? I mean, I know I wasn't totally honest about, who I was when, we were playing Mountains of Mythos together, but you never struck me as a involved in big space conspiracies kind of guy.
Well, neither did you, to be honest. I mean, no offense, Theo.
To be fair, I'm not involved. I guess I wasn't involved in a big space conspiracy. I
Well,
had
you
a
kinda-
normal job that just happened to be defending the planet.
Well, you were involved in the big company's big space conspiracy, just kind of lower on the rung. I mean, no offense again, Theo, but you were very much involved in a big space conspiracy. It's just, you were kind of the punching arm of the big space conspiracy. And
Yeah, guess I am the punching arm. I give him a playful punch on
Ah,
the
he
shoulder.
flinches.
Bones crack.
I mean,
Every morning I wake up.
you're not, the only sort of buggy guy. You can't think you're the only one, right?
What?
I mean, you're not the only, bug person that's ever existed. I mean,
Who said I was a bug person? You're saying you're a bug person?
Or you just
mean-
gave away the game.
he does have, little,
Oh,
bug
right.
things. It's kind of, and yeah, you do,
We don't look alike.
No.
I look like a person. You look like a weird person.
Okay, ow.
Sorry, I'm from the future. I don't know proper etiquette for this time.
My favorite
I feel like
line.
calling people weird is... Okay, I don't know your time. But you're not the only buggy person. You got pulled through space-time to come help your mom and your other mom.
Other mother.
I acknowledge her as my relative, not as my mother.
Oh, well, I don't... I know there's something there. I guess you're really not in tune with the sort of it's kind of like the World Wide Web of bug. It's not as
Right, so I know nothing, you know everything about me.
I don't know everything. I just know you're a bug person. And you got pulled back through bug space like I did.
Wait.
It's under some space. There's bug space.
Theo is not doing what bug boys do. And Richie's from the future?
You know, there's,
So you're-
space time, bug space.
You're also from what? We don't have people that look like you in my time.
Well, no, because you eradicated most of us. Remember that whole thing you were talking about with the extinction and the no leviathans and how that was kind of like the ideal ending and like those things that you're talking about, they have consequences, Theo. If there's no leviathans and there's no brick storm, I guess maybe in a museum somewhere turned off forever. There's no Richie. There's no Liam. I mean, I guess that doesn't really concern you, but like, is that so much better than the idea of having to learn to live with the leviathans a little?
Theo is like
He just sips his bug juice.
he is getting conflicted for literally the first time since any of this has happened.
The world is just shut around Theo.
Wait,
Like the
a minute.
glass
I was
breaking.
gonna say, your glass breaking noise.
He just like passes you like one of the little fruit punches and gives you a pat.
Yeah. And he's trying to like rack his brain for like what information he was trying to get out of Richie, and he's like, I think I've gotten information, but none of it is what I was expecting.
I mean, if you have questions, I can try to answer them. I'm working on, kind of the same limited deck that you are, but maybe we could put it together and...
How did you get here?
I was minding my business playing Mountains of Mythos. That's still going in 50 years, by the way.
So you're from 50 years in the future.
Yeah, the meta's much better in this time, so, kind of a win. But,
And then what?
yeah, I was playing the game, and then I was here.
So no engine?
No, I don't have it. I'm not a... No. I mean, I'm sure someone had an engine somewhere, maybe my grandpa or my great-grandmother or something. That's not really... You have to understand the history that we're reading. It's pretty... It's also, we're not dealing with a full deck there either. Like, the amount of information they're hiding, it's a lot.
Wait, so you're from much closer, so you know for sure if things can be changed, right? Like, there must be something that you know for sure happened from when you're from, that you know whether or not it has happened. Has there been any concrete change that has definitely altered your timeline?
Well, if we can succeed in this revolution, that'll be something.
So you've got nothing for me.
I don't know. I feel like you're looking for...
Answers?
Yes, and maybe there aren't exact answers, Theo. Maybe even if I could say, yes, things for sure can change, does that mean I shouldn't try? Or if I think things don't change, does that mean I shouldn't still try to change them? Because I'll tell you, 50 years from now isn't super fun. The air smells worse. And the mountains meta is bad.
Richie, I know you have this idea that I'm not thinking things through, but if things can't change, then yeah, we can try whatever, and I know what works out. Humanity survives. But if things can change...
We won't know if things can change until we find the thing that changes it.
And once that happens, until that happens, we don't know if that change will be for the better.
That's the same deck everyone else is dealing with, Theo. No one else has a cheat code. No one else has the answers. We just have to do what we think is right. And hope, just like anyone else.
I guess you're right.
Do you want to make a roll to make preparations?
Yeah, can I roll with conceal?
Yeah,
What are you
sure,
lying
Theo.
about? The entire... What?
Like, is someone paying you to be mean? Is that what's happening? Like,
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah, you can roll with conceal, absolutely.
Maybe it's not punish her, it's punish Theo.
like I was gonna say, I think this is Theo's angsty episode.
Okay.
I love it.
Theo's not like Theo has no grand plan.
He's
That's
just lying.
kind of what he's concealing.
He does know how to lie, guys.
Yeah, we've established that, like 3 episodes later.
5.
All right, yeah. With that is 3 segments. You're now fully in Tier 2 readiness.
Yahoo!
Congrats. All right. Who else would like to do their downtime?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Sure. I guess I'm going first.
Or second, if you want to go second.
Yeah,
No, you can
you
go.
get
You can go.
Oh,
Whenever
okay.
you go.
All right.
Winner picks.
I think Jackson kind of like pulls up with his backpack, goes to like the table, like the folding table they've set up in the
No,
center.
they have park benches. Come on now. They're like the bench tables.
And like I imagine they have like stuff out to do planning, right? Or are they just standing there waiting?
I mean, I don't know if they have like big thing that's like overthrow the government on the park bench, David.
I imagine they have like, you know, blueprints and maps.
Just in big red letters, resistance
stuff for-
plans.
I mean, they maybe have like little. They're on their phones. They're on their phones.
I go up to Draco and I kind of sit and I begin to like pull out like a big folder with a bunch of stuff about like our engines and whatever, and I go like, I talked to my dad. That guy sucks.
I know.
I think what I'm most mad about isn't even okay. To be honest, you've acted like a royal jerk to us, so we kind of have pretty good reason not to like you. But if you had told me that you beef with my dad, I would be more open to listening to you.
Well, Jackson, you do understand that it does come as a relief that you are not cut from the same cloth, but that's not really an assumption someone would just jump to make about you.
I don't know, it kind of hurts a little.
Well, you've got a chance to change people's perceptions of...
You know, before I left, he told me. It took Hoverboard almost breaking his ribs, but he told me. Finally burnt that hat he likes so much. Now everyone will know he's bald.
He touches his own hat, covering his own bald head. He's like, oh,
Greg, are you bald, dude?
he's always been bald. He's like more obviously bald than your dad.
He goes,
But he does not say that. He just like...
The amount of stress we put him through.
just, I don't know. I guess my biggest gripe is everyone kind of giving me the sins of the father on this one, even though, to be honest, I think my dad kind of hated me.
I think your father's not a particularly caring person. I think, barring your mother, you're maybe the closest he got. And I don't think it's a mark against you that that's as much as he could muster.
God, that's terrible.
Yeah. Like I said, maybe this is your chance to change the history on who an Eightful can be.
You know, Draco, you're not that bad behind all the bureaucracy, but, you know, out here in the parks of New York where there's a hot dog guy right there, children playing football right there, and a wedding pavilion right here that we're probably going to get kicked out of soon, all that kind of fades away. You're an all right guy. And I kind of like pat him on the back.
He also gives you like an awkward dude pat, like he's not very good at accepting or giving compliments.
And I go, you should. I know my team better than most people do. Well, I don't even think they know themselves. And I think you should, before all this is done, you should apologize to Darren. You kind of owe him that. You've been kind of the worst to him.
I know.
And he'd be pissed if I didn't do this. And I walk up over to him and I just do, and I walk away.
No! He's like scrambling for his hat.
I imagine that was it make a connection? That feels like, or make prep. I don't know what that was.
You can do make prep or make connections. It really matters.
Do I want a connection with?
Do you want links
with
with
Draco
General
on
Draco?
my paper?
Do you want to fill in your
It's
paper?
disgusting. No, I'll make preparations.
Yeah,
Gross.
preparations.
All right. Let's express, right? So it's just
Yeah, you're expressing. You had an honest conversation about your dad. Not too prep.
All right. Well, we take it.
Well, at least we're starting on tier 3.
Points is points.
Yeah. All right. Terry Trav'l.
Terry is going to walk over to his father and ask to speak in private.
Yeah, of course. He'll put down his little like barrel of juice.
I'm still wrestling with the fact that you're alive, and I'm also trying to figure out if I want to hit you again, or I want to take my revolver and just unload in an open park.
Oh.
New York.
and
No big city.
and leave your body here to rot. Because frankly, I doubt there is a thing you could say that would change how I feel right now. Not a thing.
Kind of figured that'd be the case.
And to add on to you being alive, because I just remembered this thinking about it, you're Draco's password. What's up with that?
Oh my god. I feel like you kind of already have a certain answer based on
feel free to
the
say
look
it.
you're giving me.
Feel free to say it out loud.
He'll hold up his hand and there is a little wedding ring on one hand.
Ew.
What do you have? There's nothing wrong with two old men loving each other.
No, it's just that I hate both of them. Look, nothing wrong being gay. It's just they suck.
Terry is very much, he's not taken aback, but he's definitely like a little, not just angrier, I guess, that like the man who has put him through hell is married to his father, who is now alive and he is thought dead for like a decade. Like, and he takes in a breath before he talks, and whether he means to or not, he plants his hand on his holster while he's talking.
He
Just
kinda looks,
subconsciously.
but he tries to pretend like that's not super concerning.
Yeah. While you were gone, like I guess gone, I thought you were dead, but while you were gone, you got married to the man who put me through hell for so many years when I was just trying to be a pilot and live up to the memory of you, the pilot gone off to save the world and do better, who never came home from that last mission. And you never came home, and I had to raise myself out in the wilds outside the city, basically, all on my own. And, I should be happy you're alive. And I questioned it back when we were up on the moon base, whether you were my father or not. But I know you're not my father. Not the father I knew, at least, because the Darren Trav'l I knew told me that a man is nothing more than what he leaves behind. The memories left with people, his legacy. And the man I remember is better than the man that stands before me. Because the man that stands before me is certainly lesser than the dad I had. And with that, Terry's just going to walk away. He's just going to leave it at that. He's not even giving his dad a chance to respond.
Okay.
I think that's getting prepared, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, if that's
Getting
how
that
you,
stuff
if
off
that's how
his
you
chest.
feel prepared.
Yeah. I think the best I could do is defy.
Yeah, sure.
5.
Would you get?
All right. So you gain. Yeah, the readiness track is now full. Good.
I
Very
had to put
good.
in some Terry character work in there if it's the last.
All right.
Character work.
So as you all sort of have your arguments, tell off the people that you wish to tell off, and stare.
We might not make it back.
I had a fun time. I ate a hot dog.
Draco kind of awkwardly clears his throat and stands up at one of the tables, and you guys are very used to this. This means he has a presentation he would like to give.
Terry's hand is still on his holster.
Jackson giggles. He goes like,
And before we do that, I think we are going to take our break really quickly. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes when we come back to hear what Draco has to say. Hey, welcome back. So team, you have been talking with your big secret plan blueprints in the wedding pavilion.
Secret plan.
And you're reviewing the plan with your small little team. Now, Liam is again kind of doing the talking because somehow out of all of them he's the most sort of talky, charismatic. Yeah, he's got the riz in the group.
Never say that again.
You were rizzing it up last episode and I can't.
Yeah, no, you cannot.
You're our DM.
He's got that bug boy riz.
Yeah. So he is
Okay.
going through the plans. He says, all right, so me and Darren are going to stay up here to turn off the security on the mother and her containment, which you guys are going to navigate down in the subway tunnels with your engines. Now, the tunnels are not tall enough, so you're going to have to figure out how to reconfigure.
How tall is not tall enough? Hoverboard's pretty short.
20 feet.
Not that short.
But they're nice and wide, so if you can just, reconfigure your engine, make it a different
I think
shape.
we're crawling, guys.
What do you mean reconfigure? Like, they can crawl. They're people-sized, but like...
Well, I guess, if crawling is your preferred method of ambulating through the tunnels, but you can also reconfigure.
Okay, you keep saying reconfigure. What does that mean?
Well, he's gonna kind of point with his thumb across the park, and you notice sort of just parked in a little lot, there's a biplane. Well, that's Darren's engine over there,
So we're not even trying to cover things up, huh?
Well,
You-
it's plain.
You parked a plane in the middle of a city.
You parked a biplane in the middle of the city.
You
It's
could
in the
have
middle
made
of
it
New
a
York.
car.
No one's gonna question it.
Yeah,
New
fair.
York, it's New Manhattan.
Fair.
could've
I mean, you
been
guys.
beyond.
You guys blended. Okay.
Look, there's like 3
How?
mopeds, and
How do we do that?
well, it does require you, letting the engine do a little more of its own thing. You're not gonna have to do the weird bug things. You're just gonna have to let your engines kind of feel their own flow a little. You might not be able to, you're used to a very specific configuration and you pull this lever and that happens. You might just need to trust them to, go
Terpsichore,
bug mode
I
or
can
car
reconfigure.
mode or
You can reconfigure?
Okay.
use your imagination. Have fun with it. It's fun.
There is no part of this that is fun,
Terpsichore, what do you want to be?
except for Sally. If every part of this is fun for Sally. Okay.
What do you want to be?
I mean,
What should we be?
Big motorcycle would be cool.
I'd love that.
Ghost Rider.
Yay!
She's on your back. as
Yeah.
you're done.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you could be we could put your little cockpit on top, and we can
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
perfect. Okay, take the backpack off, and I put her down in front of me.
In the pavilion.
Oh no, I'm in the pavilion. But okay, this is so exciting.
Here, hold on. And Liam will walk over to the back of the pavilion. There's those really bad, have you ever been in a park that has restrooms?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like those. It smells really weird. There's toilet paper everywhere. It's really damp for some reason.
Everything.
Yeah. He walks in there and he, like, old key unlocks a, like, janitorial closet, clearly unused, and there's a ladder down.
Motorcycle have to wait.
Yeah, you might want to motorcycle up.
I'll
and down.
motorcycle after I get down.
The sewers. Wait, okay, subway
Not
tunnels.
the sewers.
Not sewers?
Subway tunnels.
What's the difference between those?
You don't know what either of those are?
I don't think we have either.
Well,
of
what
them.
Where
now?
do you bathroom in the future? Where does it go?
Well,
Oh,
one
Tell
of-
me, future
listen,
boy.
You're going to the one that has less feces, and then he walks down the tunnel, or goes down the ladder.
Jackson follows pretty close behind and goes, the word less is pretty small on that one. Just
Oh, yeah,
close your nose and-
We're in New York City, but...
climbs down.
Terry also climbs down.
Theo follows.
Give him one last look at his dad before he goes down.
His dad just kind of gives him like a good luck nod. It's, you know.
Just takes a deep breath and just like, and then climbs down.
Yeah, you find yourself in sort of this weird, like, branch point of an access tunnel. It's very dimly lit. Like, if you've ever seen those teeny tiny lights they have in New York subway tunnels. Vacuous and also weirdly damp. So I have sent you the sort of map of the tunnel system as we understand it. We will be navigating the city to release some of the emergency locks, and you should be able to move through. Be honest, we don't know super what's in there, so keep on your guard and be safe.
Do we have comms set up, or should I talk to you with my brain? I can do either if you'd like.
Let's set up comms.
I could also talk to your brain, he says
Oh my
in your brain.
gosh! Hey!
Hey!
This is
great.
great! This is
This
amazing!
is so great.
I love this!
Feels like when you don't know the language two people are speaking in a room.
They're just like doing this, so like staring at each
when
other.
when people are like, when there's a stand fight happening and you're not a stand user and it's just two people staring at each other.
But yeah, we can do. Hold on. And we'll kind of like, you guys can like Bluetooth together your comms or whatever.
For the record, if you talk in my head, I'll kill you.
What?
Don't. You have a radio. Use it.
You can talk in my head anytime.
I only let her do it because she broke in.
I can also talk in your head. It's not really like
Don't
I
do
need
it.
to like
That's what I'm saying.
hack
Don't.
into your brain
Just-
frame.
I don't care. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
If you don't want me to talk
It's
in
an
your head,
invasion of privacy.
I respect your preferred means of communication, Jackson.
I'm with Jackson on this one. Comms only.
Comms only agreed. Sally.
This has been really great, Liam.
Brickstorm joins in your three heads. It's like, I want to talk to everybody too.
Hi, Brickstorm.
Sorry.
Hi.
Has my brain just been like patched into this now?
I mean, kind of. We're like, you know,
Oh God, here we go.
we don't have to talk in brains if you don't. I mean, I have to
Y'all
talk
have
in your
done
brains.
mind
but-
meld.
Right. That's how we talk.
Yeah, but you know, I'm sure nobody else has to talk in your brain. They respect you. They're your friends.
Yeah, I'm good without the brain talking.
Can I talk in other people's brains? Because I don't want to be left out.
Sure.
Hi, Sally.
Hi.
Okay.
Like Jackson just turns to Terry and they both start walking and he goes,
Oh,
hot,
yeah.
hot day, huh? Like
It's really damp down here.
it's disgusting.
But yeah, you are now in this tunnel. Liam will take his leave. You are now on his comm if you need anything.
So there's subway tracks, right?
Yeah,
Whatever.
there's like this sort of 20-foot wide, 20-foot tall, big damp tunnel that you're in.
Could we reconfigure them to be a subway car?
Like
Is this how we're combining?
Yeah, like
Like
we
four
need the subway
subway
cars with a giant gun at the top just in case we need it.
You think so?
Can we combine all of them into a subway car?
We turn into the New York public transit system.
Bring
bring it
our
on.
powers combined.
we form Metro North.
Step back.
They're combining.
Do we genuinely want to do that?
That way there's no like space around us. We're gonna fit really well in the tunnel.
Like little in your little conductor hat.
Yes, absolutely.
This is Sally's idea.
That's what I'm gonna propose is that we turn into a subway.
Okay, hand me the backpacks.
I don't know what a subway looks like.
Brickstorm, you think whatever they do, can you just copy that?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we tell them what a subway looks like would we
Oh, yeah.
like use our brains
How do
and
we-
show them what a subway looks like?
You can like communicate to Terpsichore.
Yeah, I'll tell. My
And
mom
also
knows
your mom knows
my mom
that.
knows what a subway looks like.
I think Terpsichore is just like
All right, she'll be the head car, and
Can I-
everyone else can try and like figure out.
Can we have a group vote? No more brain speaking without telling the others.
I can speak to Terpsichore. I
That's
won't
fine.
put in your
That's not
brain.
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Yeah.
interconnect. Like, it feels kind of unfair for both of us.
Open communication.
we did
please.
offer to speak in your brain.
Then get out.
Breakstorm. Okay.
I don't like
fine.
that.
Get out.
It's
Just-
okay,
This is how we're talking. We're talking with our mouths.
but I can't talk like that.
Then talk to Theo, and he'll talk to us.
Well, you just said
I didn't-
you don't
nope.
like that.
I close the door.
You can talk to me anytime. I say with my mouth, though I know that they can hear me.
Okay.
I
Can we
appreciate.
just form subway cars and move
Form
on with
subway
the mission?
cars!
Okay, and Jackson just kind of puts them together and goes, "Open sesame."
So yeah, I think like
Open sesame. I don't know what I can do.
when it's said and done, you kind of turn into like almost like this big like centipede, millipede thing
Yeah.
/ subway.
Icarus's section definitely has flames.
Oh yeah.
There's
I was
like car flames on
It goes
your
fast.
There's like bug-colored flames.
buck-colored flames. Yeah, so they're kind of like a cross between like a big worm with
Perfect.
legs and a subway. It's their interpretation. They get a little artistic with it.
I love it.
And your little subway car doors open for you guys.
Walk without rhythm.
Like, I go in and I go like,
Are you kidding? That's right.
I touch a wall and I go like, "This is weird, right? Back me up on this." And like I think like there's a little monitor, probably like you know where it
With her
normally
little
shows
face on,
like
yeah.
where it shows like next stop.
Yeah.
It's
just their faces.
But it's just like it's just hoverboard going.
Yeah, it's like a little pixelated, like confused face.
We're also like actively able to go into each other's engines now.
Yeah, we
It's
can
nice
like
and
walk
pink
about.
plush in here, though. You got
Oh.
little velvety seats and like smells nice, like vanilla or something. I don't know.
Aw.
Smells like mint.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go. Nice. All right. Your train has left the station. Let's do our engagement roll. All right. So crazy.
Jackson goes, "Terry, do you have snacks in there?"
And Terry's like eating like just a sandwich. No.
Good. I don't either. And Jackson reaches into his bag and pulls out a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie.
And Terry can smell it. He's like, "You are on a
right.
mission."
So we start with a die.
Alright.
Is this a particularly heroic or noble mission?
Oh heck. Oh yeah.
Who gets to decide that?
We do.
What do you mean? What are you saying? Right,
Hey guys, I think he's gonna try to kill us.
I
I don't know about you guys. I think Theo is going to try to kill us.
I've got 4 links with him, so I'm gonna try my best to not let that happen.
The majority of the
Majority
group
feels
believes it to be a heroic and noble mission.
Are you following through on details of your investigation, or are you acting rashly?
I would say
Following through and
yes.
acting. Yeah.
I'd say we're doing both.
You guys luckily like just got to tier 3, so
Yeah.
you are on tier. Is there anything else we should consider?
Finale, baby.
Yeah, you can have an extra one. You're a subway right now. You're
We're a subway
We
bug.
finally
that's four,
combined.
right?
Bugway?
Yeah, that's 4.
Each were one.
I can go for that.
Alright.
All right.
By our powers combined.
We form
We are.
a subway.
The Metro
Subway.
We are the Metro North Railway. 5.
Alright.
2. We rolled 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you,
think
when
we
our
go in
action
jail.
starts, we are in a risky position.
Oh,
Sick.
As a mixed result. So you're chugging along down, and you find a portion of the subway has not entirely collapsed, but there's several bricks and pieces of earth in your way. and a lot of things skittering around amongst it.
I'm just.
As I assume you kind of slow so you don't like just push through this big broken spot in the track.
Oh, it's big enough that like it's obstructing. the
Yes,
track
it
and
is
everything.
obstructing the track. Tripsickery at the front. What are you doing?
Should we slow down? Can we bug around this, or should we slow down and move this for you guys?
We might want to. I don't know if I can bug around it fast enough.
When you say things skittering around, are these earthborn things
It's hard
or
to see in this lighting.
Oh boy.
Do we know that there's things skittering around? Have we realized this?
Your engines at least have noticed it, and I think most of you have enough of a connection
Yeah.
that you're like,
Harry's just like looking out the window, like.
Hoverboard just has like a big warning sign, and he just goes, "What the?"
it's
Okay.
like we are experiencing temporary.
Oh, we're gonna be late.
Harry's just like against the window, like trying to see what's in the darkness.
You can make some kind of roll to analyze
I'll
these things, if you will.
Yeah.
Or
No, I
whatever
don't
you want to
trust
do. I
you
don't want to
still.
suggest.
I'll analyze. 5.
So yeah, you're right up at the front, and you kind of peek your head out of your tripsickery wagon. You see at first what looks to be a, the traditional large New York City rat,
Ooh, nice.
and then you realize it has too many legs, and it
So it's a New York City rat.
it jumps onto Tripsickery, and
Ah.
you realize it's a rat that has become Leviathan.
Okay.
It's a rat Viathan. It's like, it's big. It has bug legs,
Okay.
and it like has little pincers that goes.
Ugh.
And several other rats come skittering over.
I try and shoot at it. I see
Yeah.
some kind of weaponry on
Shoot
me.
the rat.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the rat. Which flow? Maybe is that what we've been doing?
Yeah.
Cool stuff. I'm trying to do it nice.
Sally's a good shot.
We're about to find
We'll
out.
find out.
Sally's
Yeah.
a fantastic
Oh,
shot.
right.
Yeah, so you like pull your gun out and like do a and you just like clip this rat right off,
Just
and
like
it
shooting
goes
womp rats on him.
flying.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Back home in your T16.
Yeah. I nailed the rat right in the.
So you have sort of a problem that has presented itself. You need to clear the tracks, preferably not get eaten by rats. in the
Yeah,
process.
I don't want to get eaten by
Sick.
rats.
Hope everyone has their rabies shots.
Jackson Eiffel has a plan.
Oh no.
Are we gonna shoot it?
I don't like how you went like brain
No.
blast.
Brain blast. I think Jackson kind of like sees what's happening, and he is going to take the cookie out of his bag and like throw it and see if it's just like a food thing, and like if they just are trying to just eat. So he throws the cookie in the direction.
Okay. Ooh.
I cannot believe that I shot something in the face and you threw a cookie.
Like I said, Jackson's
That
turning over
that
a new
brings me
leaf,
so much
alright?
joy.
This is character development for both of us.
It is.
Yeah, that's the best smelling thing these rats have seen in a long time. Like, there's now like 20 Leviathan rats trying to eat this one cookie. They're
I
like,
wonder.
you know, like those videos of people who have way too many cats and they go to feed the cats and they're just like swarming over each
Become
other.
less like animals, more like a wash of
Yeah,
water.
it's like that.
Boy, my baby.
Jackson goes, "Hey Sal, quick question.
Yeah.
So I know Leviathans can interface with you, and you can interface with them, and they can
Yes.
interface with each other.
Yeah.
Have you tried talking to a rat?
No, I haven't
No,
tried
those
talking
are
to
rats. We can't talk to rats.
Why can't you talk
My
to
mom
rats?
says I can't talk to rats.
Why can't you talk to rats? Tell her I want a good explanation.
Why can't you talk to rats?
I mean, she's a good point. I can't talk to rats as a person just because we're both mammals doesn't mean that we can talk to each other.
Ooh, okay, well there is some deep implications there about what the Leviathan spores do to a body. We can address that later.
Do you think we could communicate something to the rats with
We
our
could just run them over
Leviathan?
with the train.
We could run them over.
I mean, you can communicate them like you could communicate with a rat by making
Mm.
big scary noises or
Anybody
throwing
else-
cookies at them.
Anybody else have food on them?
No,
Terry.
that's against regulations.
Terry's just sitting there eating a sandwich. Terry just throws it out the window of Icarus.
Okay. The rats are temporarily distracted.
All
Go,
right.
Subway, go.
Now, maybe we just. I mean, Does Tripsychorine have the power to break through the debris, or
You could try. It'd be probably like a defy.
I can
roll.
defy some debris. I mean, I can't.
Or if
defy
you have some
debris.
kind of roll, or you can make a group defy now that you're all one big bug
you
way.
are more than one die.
The bug wagon.
I don't have any die to defy. Don't have any
I
die
have
to
a die.
defy.
Do you want to do a group defy?
I have two.
I want to do a
defy-
group
How do we do
defy.
a group defy?
If I don't think all of you have to agree, but 3 of you or 2 of you have to decide you're going to make a group roll. One of you chooses to be the leader of the group roll,
Okay.
and if the group roll fails, I believe the leader takes stress or something like that.
I can take some stress,
Okay.
so I'll say them a leader of the roll.
Read from Eclipse.
I have
If
two.
you're the leader, you get to take, I believe, you have that thing where you get to take like the highest attribute roll for it, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I do. But I have as one if I transcend, so I'd have to transcend.
Oh, you
for
have to
that.
transcend. Okay.
Um,
Well, I don't know if you want to do that. I mean, it's your choice.
How much are we? I mean,
Rats.
Jackson is
transcend.
2, but he's 2 away from eclipsing. if
yeah.
he fails.
And
he's been
I've
on a
got.
pretty
I can
good
take
path
the
right
stress.
now.
I can take the stress.
Okay, let me pull up group rolls really quick.
Do you want me to preemptively? I have 1 link left with Sally. Do you want me to just burn it and give it to you?
We could. I want to make sure we know how. If group rules work, then we can just do a group rule. And I'll take
They
the
do
stress when we
work.
fail.
I'm just sure.
I'm sure they work. I'm sorry. If we can figure out a best
According
way
to
of-
some.
Some, in theory. Wait, that's pretty close.
It has been said.
Here we go.
It has been
If
written.
multiple protagonists want to help, or several protagonists set out to do the same action, you can perform a group action. One character leads the action, coordinating the group towards a common goal. The leader and all participants roll the same action, taking the best result from all contributors.
Okay.
For every member of the group whose action was, whose result was a 1 through 3, the leader takes 1 stress.
Okay.
So all of you are going to roll the same. So you're all choosing defy. You get to
Right.
roll the. Well, you get to roll.
I'll take 2 stress because I don't have any defy.
Okay, you
but-
could also roll at disadvantage, but
Yeah, with the, which means.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do you want to just not take the stress and I can give you the last link?
I will do that.
sure.
I'll take.
Yeah.
So if you're using the links, we have sync ratio, so you get 2 dice instead of 1.
Whoa.
We do. Oh,
Our
take
abilities. That's
Where is
crazy.
that?
Whenever
on
you
the
receive an
series
assist
page?
and your action succeeds, clear 1 stress. When you use
Okay.
a link to help an ally, gain +2 die.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Theo reading those rules.
And then I give you another 2 because I have 2 in defy.
I have 1 defy.
All right, let's go.
I got a 5.
All right.
It's a 6.
And this is another
Alright.
5. There are 2 fails.
Yeah, how
That's
many
fine.
1 through 3s do we have?
2.
We have 2 1
So
through
you take
3s
2
and 4.
stress.
Okay.
And 4, 3 5s and a 6.
Alright, so 6 is your best result. Yeah,
you
you rear
you,
back
guys.
and just like charge against this thing. Terpsichore sort of last minute snaps up little tendrils and like
Become that thing from the labyrinth that's like clearing the passageway in the
yeah, just like dust and debris is going everywhere. And you have cleared the barrier.
Look at us go.
I think because of the sync ratio, because we succeeded, you only take 1 stress because it's going to clear.
Even
one as well.
better.
Yeah, yes, you do clear 1 stress. Look at that, your
Thanks,
abilities.
Theo.
See, I'm helping.
You're doing great. Thank you.
He hasn't betrayed us yet.
He's doing his little tactician stuff from the
Our
back.
word being yet.
He's,
What are you concealing in there?
Is Theo the
he
one that gets
actually has
corrupted by
more
the
cookies than
Leviathan?
all of you.
I'm gonna roll conceal on those guys.
Alright, you continue through. Eventually, the subway tunnel goes from this dingy darkness, and then you see a big metal door in front of you, and as you move closer, it like cha-ching, it slides open.
Ooh,
It seems like the people up top are doing their job for you.
perfect.
And as you go through this door, instantly you're in a much brighter metal tunnel, and the subway tracks stop.
Okay.
You could still skitter with your bugway if
Instead
you'd
of
like.
wheels, they
Yeah, they sort of like adapt little legs. Again, you do kind of see what Liam meant. You're really not in control of your engines right now. They're kind of doing their own thing.
Mm.
And you can talk to them and like give suggestions, but it's not like when you're in mech mode. You're not like, you know, they're just kind of, you're trusting them in this
Yeah.
to be a subway together.
Jackson's chilling.
Yeah, Terry's just kind of hanging out.
He is like he's sprawled out on like one of those satin couches with like one of the things he breathes in. Censor myself a little bit here, and he's just like Can you play smooth jazz in here? Can you do that? There be smooth jazz?
I don't think Hoverboard has like the best knowledge of smooth jazz, so Hoverboard does what she believes smooth jazz to be.
Yeah. Yeah, this sounds terrible.
There's just like a lot of saxophone, and it's not really like the jazziest saxophone. It's just kind of like.
Terry is hearing all of this.
Yeah, Terry's just like.
At one point, she just starts doing the Unicorn Friends theme, but like it sounds like it got run through like a saxophone, like a MIDI of it.
Like
through,
a MIDI
saxophone.
converter?
Yeah.
Terry definitely, if he was playing music of his, it would definitely be like butt rock, like Nickelback. But he claims it's ironically though.
Totally not.
No, it's not. Just for character stuff. That's what's playing in his.
Great, amazing. Yeah, so you continue along. Eventually, the final door you hit doesn't open.
Okay.
And you hear kind of crackling through your comm. It's not super clear because you are deep underground. Liam is attempting to communicate, and you hear, I don't know if there's anything up here we can do to clear this one, but you're getting close.
All right.
Time to disembark.
Just like dear old dad to disappoint again. Over.
That was good, Terry. It's good. I'm glad you're working through your stuff.
Oh, I am.
All right.
Icarus plays an air horn sound. The bugway comes to a stop at the outside of this door.
These are still pretty like short walls, right? Or like
It's like
the tunnel
20
is still
feet.
like 20 feet. Okay.
I was thinking of getting out and looking around and seeing if I can find any sort of like physical. There's anything like in Portal where there's like doors with like levers. Maybe you have to push them at the same time.
Yeah, so there's a big metal door, much
Okay.
like the ones you would see kind of around the space station, and key card.
Key card. Look for corpses?
You could always just try one of ours.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson just goes up.
Yours doesn't even usually it does like the little you can't go in there. It doesn't, it's like error, like your key card doesn't even exist.
Jackson just throws his behind him. All right. And he reaches into the hoverboard car, pulls out the problem solver.
Yeah!
Yeah,
All right.
he's back.
He goes, "Give me 5 minutes." Yeah, I'm gonna try to hack the keypad.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit it and hope percussive maintenance, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Defiant?
Yeah, you're defying this.
I don't know what's wrong. I ain't got no gas.
6.
Yeah, I mean, this is, silly sci-fi. You hit the keypad with a wrench and it breaks, so of course, naturally, the door opens.
Love it.
You know, I have an OSHA certification.
The door slides open, and you guys enter this, I can only describe it almost as this big chamber. There's sort of a walkway all the way around with a banister, and then there's just this big hole in the ground.
Ooh.
It's much more roomy in here. It's probably hundreds of feet, in both directions. This is a big hole they made.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of it, kind of in a dome, there is this big writhing sort of mass of just something stuck in there. You see insectoid limbs and several eyes, and it just kind of seems to be rapidly shifting, almost like it's that metallic material, but also every so often you'll see something that vaguely represents or looks like buggy.
Well, Sally, is
I
that grandma?
I talked to
You
Tap.
will also see, as you look around, across the room, there are 3 very recognizable engines. The B
boy.
team is here waiting for you.
Oh boy.
farts.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
And as you enter Captain Zhao inside of her engine, Bouquet, she wastes very little time and says, "You have gone against the Bastion Corporation. It ends here. Please put down your weapons before this has to be a fight."
Zhao. This attempt at a speech is pathetic even for you.
Her heart's clearly not in it. But, you know.
Jackson goes, we're like, I don't know we're friends, but like we watched people die together. You think I'm not doing this for a good reason? Why don't you do us all a favor and just hop out of the engine and say you did your best? What, is my dad going to give you oversight? The man can't even fill out paperwork.
I have a perfect pitch which I can use to soothe the troubled hearts of foes, and I can try and like help that speech be convincing or help convince in a way.
You giving him background music?
Exactly. I'm saying dude.
It's better jazz.
It's better jazz. It's soothing jazz. Everything he just said, but like with a really inspiring chorus behind it.
Flag flying in the background.
Johnson, I know you always think you have the answers, but you don't.
So, I mean, is there even a chance that we negotiate our way out of this, or
I mean,
are we
you
just
can
gonna
negotiate surrendering your engines and facing a...
and he points and he laughs. Wait, are you serious?
Terry's just laughing.
Are you serious? Really? So we go this far, we do the big rebel thing, right? I have a whole thing where I threaten my dad's life, right? And I make a big show of it, and we leave, and we break in through several security corridors, and what stops us is Captain Zhao and her big, we can talk about taking your toys away speech. It's sad. So you got two options, the way I see it. One, we fight you now. And 4 of us, 3 of you, last I checked, uneven odds, frankly. We fight you now, and the A team, the team that's done more work and won more, fights you, or you get out of your engine, you stop doing this, and you leave.
I know you think very highly of you and your team. And again, you think you have all the answers. You and the auxiliary team are going to save the day. But there's more at play here than I think you understand. And sometimes we have to make the choices that are difficult. We have to do the things that aren't fun to protect people. And we have to do the things that maybe don't seem heroic and maybe don't seem...
You know what?
Can I say-
I'll give it... Sally, do you want to try something?
Yeah, there's a lot of room in this area. And we have 4 robots that we now know can turn into a subway car, and they don't know that.
Can I... We could do that, or they could just separate our attention by being 3 of... I mean, our whole thing is that we've been practicing for years to fight giant robots together as a group. I feel like giving them a giant robot to fight as a group is a good way to be fodder.
You know,
But I'm willing to hear it out. What do you want,
I
Darren?
feel like I have a solution to our problem since they don't want to stand down and we don't want to stand down. And you know my thing is being a little reckless. And frankly, I'm at the end of my rope. And Terry's gonna pull out his revolver and just shoot at Zhao's engine.
All right.
Frankly, I am done.
And frankly, I agree. And Jackson's gonna get it out.
He knows it's not gonna do anything, but
Yeah,
he's still,
I mean,
he's like,
you're just
if
poking
we're
the
not
bear.
gonna do this.
I know. All right. Okay.
And I like to think it hits like right where Zhao's like viewport is. It doesn't do anything, but it definitely was like a solid shot if it could have hit.
Okay, so I need each of you to make a resistance roll as you all start getting shot at. You can choose how you're resisting.
6.
I'm defiant, baby.
I'm defying as well.
Okay. This is a desperate maneuver, so you can take
5.
a point of XP
I got 2.
in whatever you're opening up.
Also, do they count as a deadly foe? Because I have righteous, which humbles them.
Sure. How are you humbling them? What happened?
It literally just says they are humbled by your bravery. I don't know if that affects their rolls or anything. That's just all it says in here. The only thing it says in here for me is if I forgive a humbled foe, I take 1d on my roll. So I don't know if that's just a me thing or an enemy thing too.
Yeah. I feel like you have the opportunity in which to
Okay.
humble them.
Gotcha.
So what did you roll and what did you get?
I rolled a 2.
All right. Terry, I think you're going to take a level 3 harm as
Oh
you
my
get shot.
God.
Yeah.
Just Terry gets shot, not Icarus, just Terry gets
Well,
shot.
are you in the...
That's true, I
are
was
you
just
in the
standing
bug
there.
right?
I was just standing there.
I think Jackson's gonna try to mitigate that.
Yeah. Remind me how that ability works.
So I have here for you. You may expend your special armor to resist consequences suffered when you protect an ally, as well as I get plus a die to the resistance roll on that.
Okay. So yeah, you're choosing to try to resist the harm that Terry is taking.
And then so
Can I
that's
use a link with Jackson to
Unify.
help him on that?
Sure.
take a link, and then and I get this is defiant,
No, that
pretty
one
defiant.
Yeah, you're defined.
Okay, so I
Here's
start
the
with 2. I get 1 die because of watchful, and okay, so it's 4.
All right.
Do I burn through a? Can I burn through a link with Terry to help myself saving him?
No, I just used the link that I had with you.
No, it's alright. I just figured adding more die
Yeah.
would make it better.
Oh, please.
This one, hold
Yeah,
on.
reroll that one.
4. 2 4s.
2 4s, 2 3s.
I think you are going to take that harm. For you, I think it gets reduced to a 2 because of your low ability, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of just like grab Terry and do this sort of roll maneuver, and you do very much get shot in the leg, but it's better than Terry was about to get shot through the side.
Okay.
As you kind of roll towards your bugway.
Roll plus. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna get in.
Not
my
bad.
robot.
Did you
I
make
rolled
your...
a 6.
Okay, yeah, you managed to sort of dodge. Tripsychori's right up at the front, so you do some cool dodging
Yeah.
past the, and you
Oh,
sort
it's
of
a 2. Wait.
jump into
It's reduced one.
your bugway
Okay,
car.
It's a level
Okay,
2.
so I'm at 2. Okay.
Yeah, it's a level
Okay.
2.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. So were you also trying to run back to your Brixton?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you are taking a level 3 harm
Oof.
Oh, God.
as you get shot.
I might have messed that one up by...
I have a link I can spend on him to help him resist one of that, right? That's
Yeah, I think you could spend the link if you
Yeah,
want to
I'll
let him
spend the
try to
link.
reroll it and see if he gets anything better.
to ignore 1 harm tag.
Yes. What is the link? Ignore 1 harm tag.
I
How's
think
that?
we can say that gets reduced down.
Okay.
So you take a level 2 harm.
Got it.
Real quick, player question. When it says on an ability, +1 die when rolling eclipse, does that mean saving against eclipsing, healing from eclipsing, during
Yes.
eclipse?
So when you potentially are at a point where you're going to eclipse, you have to make a roll to see what happens.
Okay.
So you get an extra die for that. All right. Yeah, so you all jump back into your engines as you are now being actively shot at by 3 other engines.
Hey, Brickstorm, you want to go back into giant robot mode?
Yeah, that sounds good. He skitters through the door and back into giant robot mode. You sort of are just nestled back in your little normal command chair.
Okay. Also, Brickstorm, what do you think we should be doing?
Oh, well, we should probably be protecting our mother. She looks
Okay.
pretty sad down there.
Yeah, you think that's the right thing here?
Yeah. I would like to continue to keep existing. It's been pretty good so far.
Wait, this thing is keeping you alive?
Well, I mean, no, it's kind of my species. It's like the big grand. We could talk about this. You know, it's like in the grand scheme of things. It's like if we shot at your big egg-laying mother species thing, and there were no more humans. It's kind of that sort of exit. Anyway, I'm gonna start shooting these guys. If you want, I would prefer to.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. The rest of you, are you getting
Yeah.
back into
Yeah.
normal form?
I'm gonna get into terpsichore, and I'm gonna kind of use that knowledge that we can kind of change their forms to make her a little more combat-y.
Yeah. It's like spiky.
Yeah, spiky and with some guns. Because I don't think she
Awesome, yeah.
has guns. So
Gun arms.
she's got gun arms instead. So I think I'm going to transcend just in case, so I can use my. I'll do that.
Yeah, so you've got Zhao in E45. It's like this big, very tank-like mech. It's a little more bipedal than Brickstorm. It's got like treads for arms, and then there's Vi, who has this big sort of like very circular mech with like actively like making sort of like big protective shields around the rest of the team. And then Arlo's mech's kind of generic. He's still new to this, but you know he's doing his best. And they're just kind of firing all of them. You know, there's little laser shots going everywhere.
Okay.
I think hoverboard like. If you've ever seen that scene in Monster House where the kid goes, "I won't be seeing you later," but it's hoverboard going to Jackson.
I like to think Terry was dragging Jackson back to the way he sees that. And he's like,
Yeah. Okay.
And he gets in and transcends. So she does the whole like mouth thing.
Yeah.
And then, which one is Zhao's again?
Zhao is E45. It's like the big tread for arms, tanky thing.
Okay. Does it have a head?
Yeah.
Okay, Jackson's just gonna try to leap and pull her head off.
Whew, okay. This is definitely a desperate maneuver,
All right.
so you can take. Not that it super matters, but you can take an XP and
Oh.
Whatever
that,
you're choosing
I'll
to roll.
spend a link with hoverboard to do it, so I get that second die back because I have -1 die from 2 harm.
whoops.
Come on. So 2 4s.
Fours.
all right. Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and try to grab onto her, and you're not used to engines being like somewhat comparable strength as hoverboard. You're focused on like trying to edge. Her engine just grabs hoverboard and like throws her against the wall.
That's bad.
That's not great. You don't take immediate harm from it, but it's not great. You're kind of like,
I think I stop and I go, okay. HB,
you are demoralized a little.
now would be the time. I don't think to talk because I don't think you want to do that. But maybe a thumbs up, thumbs down. Middle thumb, I don't know. Is Zhao's engine as strong as you?
She doesn't even answer. You feel like you don't have her get up. She jumps back up to her feet and is like waiting for you to give her something else to do.
Okay.
Terpsichore, is there any way we can talk to these engines and get them to stand, like not listen to B team and get them to stand down?
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can try.
Because if they can just stop, then we can go and do what we need to do. They can't stop us on foot.
Let's try. And like Terpsichore kind of points for you towards Axiom, which is Arlo's engine.
Okay.
That one looks probably the least friendly with its, pilot. Let's try that one.
That dork over there.
Let's give that one a wedgie.
Try.
Swirly.
Do you have links with Terpsichore?
I don't have links
Oh.
with Terpsichore. I'm sorry. I spent my
forgive
time with
you.
people.
Not
my mom.
Okay, you can try to confess, forgive.
I've got forgive. I've got flow. I've got analyze.
Yeah, you can forgive. I can't give you any dice, but I will say this goes from desperate to risky because you
Okay.
have your mama helping you.
Mama, mother. 6.
All right. Yeah. You actually you don't really hear what's happening because she's focusing on talking with this engine. But you do see Axiom just kind of stop shooting, and then Arlo controlling it, like trying to get it to shoot again.
Okay.
And that clearly like gives them pause. Like Arlo can't figure out like why is my engine not doing the shooting?
I think Terry's back in Icarus now, and I think Terry's gonna I think Icarus is gonna transcend.
Yeah.
So and
It's
I'm
cool flames.
Yeah, just the angelic glow and the flaming wings and stuff. And because they're able to reconfigure, I'm gonna have Icarus try and use, instead of the sword, like a lance, almost like, because the shields are able to move around, they have their own like sort of gravitational force, using that to make like a flaming arrow with the lance.
Ooh, okay.
Since he can if he can
Yeah.
reconfigure him, he thinks he can reconfigure the weapon.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I'm gonna shoot at Zhao with that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna who shot? Do we know who shot him specifically?
Zhao.
Okay, so when I strike back against someone who has harmed one of my friends, I gain +1 effect, and
Great.
if my action succeeds, I recover 1 stress.
Nice.
So I think that's gonna be a defy.
Absolutely.
So let me see if I have. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Come on.
Come on.
5 and a 4.
Woo!
All right. Yeah, so you make this big arrow, and like the B team kind of has this idea of like how your engines work to some degree, and that was not very expected. You know, Icarus is usually very in the face, so I don't think Zhao was expecting that, and she kind of like turns and looks as just as like this big arrow hits her, and that clearly like it did not feel great. Okay.
Theo, you got any ideas?
What's Theo up to?
Theo's been like kind of in the back watching all of this.
Yeah, just like.
I
I mean, you can continue to do so. I just wanted to check in.
all right. If we're whatever's gonna happen, we need to get these. We need to get the B team out of commission.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go for the tackle special.
Vi's still pretty, you know,
Yeah.
fine.
Theo's gonna try and like have Brickstorm like run, jump, and like go into transcendence as he's flying through the air.
Yeah.
And just like body slam on top of Vi.
Okay.
Let's see. Roll with Defy. And I think I'm gonna push myself.
Okay.
Ooh.
I have a little stress there.
I have an idea, Jackson.
Jackson is listening.
It's a 4.
Okay.
Ejection buttons.
Yes.
You would know how to
So-
find them on their engines.
You
Could you force eject any of them?
jump at Vi. They quickly like
I'm-
throw these
I'm not giving you.
these force field shields up, and you don't break through them, but you've got them in a not great position right now, where they like cannot get like up from under Brickstorm until Brickstorm decides to. So you guys are kind of in a stalemate right now, where you're kind of just like the older siblings sitting on their chest kind of thing.
Really use some backup over here.
On it.
All right. Jackson goes. So is Dork Kid a threat anymore? Or do we have to care about him?
I think I've got him fighting against his own engine right
He's
now.
kind of just like the engine's moving weird, like he's just trying to get it to.
I don't say we focus fire there. I say we try and take out the other guys.
All right. So I shouldn't attack him, right? Bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's necessary right now. I think we've got
Alright.
bigger fish.
Zhao
Bugs
currently has
to
a
fry.
flaming arrow lance through her engine, I imagine.
I think, like, when Terry does, she's thrown me like behind her, right?
Yeah, just kind of like off to the side.
She didn't turn around, did she?
I mean, she's kind of like I don't think she's like fully back turned to you right now, but she is focused on literally ripping this flaming lance out of her.
I think Jackson says, "Okay, hoverboard. You're mad? Yes or no? Mad? Mad. I say we kill her." And Jackson just like gets up, like hoverboard just walks up behind her and like taps her on the shoulder.
Okay.
And when she turns around, is the flaming arrow in her chest or in her?
I mean,
like-
she's like holding it now.
Oh, okay. Jackson just grabs her arm, bang, like right to her face.
So I'm first gonna have you roll to whatever you want to do, defy whatever.
Defy.
I assumed, but
I'll spend another link. Sure. Please. Please. No. Please. 6. 6 and a 1. Oh. And then
I need you to make a resistance roll as she just takes Icarus's like arrow thing and tries to bash it into Hoverboard's head.
Okay, what is resistance?
You can choose what you're using to resist.
Defy?
You can try to defy again.
All right, and I'll burn through that last link.
I'm gonna give you here for you.
Okay. Rolls have been not.
Let me give you
Actually,
a 1d.
I was gonna say, yeah. Okay. 6.
6.
Okay.
6 and a 5. All right. And I think Jackson, like, when he grabs her, he, like, before, like, when he winds the punch back, he says to Zhao, he says, "I have been saving something for this day." And, like, we see in his cockpit, he, like, flicks a bunch of stuff, and he goes, all right. And he goes, 100, or, yeah. I'm trying to put words together in my brain. He goes, 1.21 gigawatt punch, and he just bang right to her face.
All right. Yeah. So you, I think you literally like
Zhao meat pile on the wall.
with that 6, you like grab the Icarus's lance out of her hand, and you just punch her, and the force of it, and just sort of also, she basically somersaults back over the balcony, and like can't react fast enough to
Jackson
like
dives
turn.
immediately.
Okay, yeah, she's like free falling right now, like towards the ground, and there's like it's like a
He's
good
gonna just take the lance and just cronk.
cool. Yeah, I think with your 2 6s, you just
Annihilated her.
spear a poke into the ground.
All right.
And yeah.
Alright.
Vi like kind of sees Arlo like and sees what she can or what they can see from being underneath Brickstorm, and just kind of slowly like what is their engine's name? Amygdala like puts their hands up.
Get out of the engine.
Yeah. The one of the little circles like twists open, and Vi just kind of pops on out of their engine like
All right,
Right.
we all good here?
Icarus pulls the lens out of.
I think Jackson like pops out and he takes one of the ejection keys, like flips it in his hand, and like jams it into her engine to try to pull her out.
Shell?
Yeah.
If there's anything left of her.
I mean, she doesn't look great. I don't think like
I was gonna say, is it like a body, or do I pull her out?
yeah, she's like fully unconscious.
I like slap her. Get up.
Okay, she's like kind of like she doesn't look great. She's awake.
I look at her and I go, "Why did you have to go and do something that stupid?"
She kind of just like gives you a dirty look and not like she can't keep conscious.
And Jackson just throws her like garbage, like literally tosses her.
Yeah, she's just,
And that's why they call us the A-Team.
18
Stands
for the
for
win.
auxiliary.
And I
it
look
has
at
this
Darren
whole
and-
time, and I've dropped it several times. And I love the party just willfully not acknowledging that
Wait,
ever.
what?
It stands for auxiliary.
Yeah, I know.
It's like every time it comes up, the party's like, cool. Anyway,
Jackson like throws her to the ground and then gets back in hoverboard and goes, 18 for the win, let's go. High five him. High five me.
How dare you look
I
at me
thought we
like
were in character.
we are.
Oh.
Arlo is gonna like use the emergency eject on Axiom and just kind of try to like sneak away.
Somebody
but-
grab him.
Yeah, Brickstorm will just kind of
He's
like.
just kind of like, yeah, he is dangled by Brickstorm, and Axiom just kind of turns off because it's not really at a point where it can. It's just a baby.
Aw.
I think Jackson like reaches into the cockpit and pulls out the radio and goes, "Is that it? Best attempt?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you what do you guys think, Terry? What grade?
Yep. B plus, B minus. I don't know. They put up some of a fight. They shot you.
They did shoot me.
They shot Theo.
Theo, grade?
Ow.
Grade Al? Sally?
We'll put it down to a C minus.
I'm pretty okay.
I would
We
say,
did all right though.
Let's see. Most of the team uninjured. Your entire team unconscious or cowering in a corner.
As you're
I would
like,
say that's checkmate, Papa. And he lets it go so it clunk.
as you're telling off your dad through the radio, your actual radio pipes up and it's like Liam very. He
Now
kind
it's
of
this guy.
he gives up. He talks to.
He talks to my brain.
He's like, what's going on down there?
B team the other team showed up from the Bastion.
Oh, are
They
you
know-
okay?
We're okay. They know we're here though.
Have you found her?
Yes. That's where they were. So it sounds like they knew where they were going too.
Okay, then we need to get her out of there before they send, I don't know, the C team.
Yeah, well, we're heading down.
Okay. Yeah. It's like you can fly on down there if
Yeah.
you'd like. Yeah, there's this big dome thingy, again, with this big writhing mass of like, it almost looks like mercury, And every so often you almost see like a glimpse of a bug part in it, like you're kind of trying to like make sense of, these swirls of metal.
Ttrpg, are we here? This is what we need?
Yeah. No, this is it.
Sally, is this the goo? The goo of the day?
This is the goo we're looking for.
The Mother Leviathan.
I wonder. Okay, so this is really unwieldy, right, gang? I don't think we can take loose ball of mass with us. Does anybody have one of the... What if we just bundle it like an engine?
Let me try and talk to it and see what it can
Talk to
do.
it first and see if we can bundle like an engine.
Yeah,
But that's my idea.
I like it. I attempt to introduce myself to the writhing mass of goo.
Yeah, you kind of try to like connect with this thing, and immediately just kind of like in your head, there's these like horrible pain screams of like kind of that like weird sound that Alina's engine made when you did your whole. It's like that, but it's like worse.
Yeah.
And you just feel like this indescribable sort of like pull to this thing, like you just.
We need to get her out. We need to get her out of this. And I start looking around for some way of, she's using like a containment dome
Yeah, it's like
thing.
a
So I try
containment
and I start looking for some way of unlocking it.
Yeah, Terry?
Permission to do something a little reckless again? You won't get shot this time, I can promise that. Mostly promise that.
Sally, how do we feel about recklessness?
She wants to get out.
You
We
want
need to get her
You
out.
know what? Terry away.
Terry's gonna take his lance, which he has recovered. Him and Icarus are gonna fly up a bit, and he's just gonna turn the engines and the wings off and just come slamming down with the lance onto the dome to try and break it. Like sword into the stone style.
You can take an extra die as Axiom will click to life and try to help you.
Okay.
Just sort of like put some power behind you.
Okay.
Here's an extra one, because I have links with you.
Oh, I have a link with you too.
Oh,
Here you go.
okay.
As all of the engines just kind of like come together to
Did
like
you have a
do
link
a
with me?
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys did like
if
the-
this doesn't work. There is 2 5s in there, 3.
We also just because links we get 2 for 1. Do we all get to give too late.
Yeah,
Two
you
dice.
Add some.
Should there have been more dice?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here's another one.
All right.
All right.
I'm
got
gonna spend a link with Icarus for this.
Yeah.
Yes. All
We're
the
gonna,
dice.
Power
we're gonna
of
free this
friendship.
All the
thing.
dice.
Please work.
Yes.
There's a 6 in there.
There's another one.
There are 2 sixes
right,
in there and a
that's
bunch of
critical
3 sixes.
sixes.
3 sixes.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah. So you go up, and as you do, like all the engines just kind of put their power behind you and Icarus, and it's like for this one weird moment, you're all moving as one, and it's kind of you as a group, and you stick your lance in, and there's this sort of dramatic pause, and the thing just cracks open like an egg, and this big like writhing mass kind of burbles all out, and it mid-air kind of takes flight as wings start like sticking out of it, and it slowly forms back into the shape of like it's almost like a ladybug. It's quite big, and then like just more and more like wings, almost like very angelic, come out of it. This big stained glass sort of look, and it makes this sort of loud screeching noise. Sounds less distressed to you, maybe a little more threatening to people that aren't used to like bugs.
It's actually an okay noise, everyone.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Terry
that's-
has the lance in his arms, like.
That is way better than the other noises they were making in my brain.
And she just like rears back and slams herself against the ceiling of this containment, and it just like crumbles. And you're looking up at like the new Manhattan sky as this thing flies upwards and out. And you see Axiom go to follow it, and Vi's abandoned amygdala gets up and follows her.
Are you gonna go?
You asked Tripsickery?
Yeah.
No, I think I'm good here.
Well, that's good because I don't know how to get out of here. But
She'll figure it out.
oh, good.
Brickstorm? What happens now?
Well, I mean, if I go follow her, I won't be in the museum, and I don't know. I don't want to. I think that's like a weird time thing. I should probably stick around here. I mean, if you want to hang out,
Do I get to go home?
maybe.
So I've just done all this for you, and now I'm stuck here?
Well, maybe we can figure it out. You know, I don't have the answer right now, but clearly it's something we're capable of, like, you know, jumping around. I bet we could figure it out. Or maybe Sally and Tripsickery could figure it out because they're smarter than me, but if I stay here, I'll try.
Okay.
Thank you, Theo.
You're welcome.
We're gonna get you home. We're doing to do our best.
I'll be fine. I'm good.
Terry's just kind of waiting to see what Icarus does. If Icarus forcibly ejects him and flies off, or he just keeps on vibing.
Icarus, he doesn't kick you out. He kind of waits to see, like, what you're gonna do.
Gotcha. I think Terry does get out of Icarus and just kind of looks up at the sky and just doesn't say anything to Icarus. He's waiting to see what Icarus does. But he's giving him the moment to leave if he wants to.
Icarus, like, kind of looks, and there's, like, several other small leviathans that have been, you know, throughout the city, not engines, but, and they're all kind of coalescing with her as she's trying to, like, find a way out of the city.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks at you, but then he kind of just sits, like, crisscross, and he's like,
Alright. Gotcha.
here to vibe.
I think like Jackson climbs out of the pit with hoverboard, and he like inside of his engine, he's like he's drenched with sweat. His like ponytail has come undone. He's like kind of his hair is like hanging over his face, and he just goes, "Don't go."
Oh.
Please. I know it's your mom or whatever, just... Please.
She's
However long I
gonna
need you.
pause. She's gonna look up. And then she's gonna start like trying to reconfigure herself as she's learned to do, so she's like even smaller. And she can't get like quite to your size, but she gets like maybe about half her usual size, and she just like picks you up and hugs you, which is something she's not been able to do.
Jackson kind of like she's kind of like kicked him out, and he's like, and she gets this small, and she like picks him up. I imagine like this,
Yeah.
and he goes like, yeah.
And she like pats you in a very like. You get the sense that she's attempting to like. It's sort of like a maternal thing she's trying to do.
I kind of like when she does that. I hug her back, obviously, and I kind of like step back and I go. So you'll stay?
She ruffles your hair. And then she like nods.
I think Jackson just like kind of like takes her arm and just kind of like holds her hand, and he just like hugs her back. Like he tries but fails because obviously she's like a 2-ton metal
Yeah,
machine.
she's really
And
trying to like.
He's like,
you know,
yeah, and he.
it doesn't feel great after just being shot, you know. But you know.
Oh,
it's
he is
gonna-
still bleeding.
Yeah.
He's like, thank you.
She's gonna pick you up because she's worried about you,
Oh,
and
okay.
just like, yeah, it's fine. Just stop moving so much. Kind of is the vibe you're getting.
Oh, sick. And Jackson just kind of like lays down in her palms and goes like, or in her palm and just goes like, does anyone have a Band-Aid?
And as you guys watch, she goes to one of the. You don't see this, but she must have found her way out of one of the exits as you see her now outside of the dome flying upwards. And as she does, there's just more and more littler things following behind her as sort of all through this area, things are getting the sense that she's free and following her upwards wherever she may go.
There was a lot more of those things around than we thought there were.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. Maybe we're bad at our jobs.
Maybe.
Job previous tense.
Yeah. We got the freedom of unemployment now.
Yeah.
Is anyone else blurry?
And as you watch her sort of disappear, you know, a lot is very uncertain. You don't know what the next hour will look like, much less, you know, the next week. You don't know what this means for you or the Leviathans. You don't know for sure if you did the right thing, but as you see her sort of disappearing into the skyline, you have this sense of hope that you've just done something very big and important, and as you're sitting there with your engines, there's this sense of surety that no matter what this leads to, you think you did the right thing. There you have it. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for our tabletop tour of Girl by Moonlight. We hope you enjoyed as much as we did, or at least I did. We'll be taking a little time off, but at the end of the fall, you can come back and join us on Monday nights when we try out Fabula Ultima for another adventure. Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell. If you guys would like to say goodbye to your loving audience.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining us on this emotional trip.
And in the end, we were all Terry Trav'l.
We're Terry Trav'l.
Thank you guys so much, and I hope we'll see you again soon. Safe travels.